Happy holidays, everybody. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show live. How are you and you and you and you? It's good to see all your smiley faces. Some of you are all dressed to the nines, which is nice. It is a Friday night at the time of this live international broadcast, this entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we started some 35 weeks ago, born out of my work as a television and radio personality, presenter, host, journalist, actor, writer, producer, voiceover artist, stage MC, and so much more. Over 200 plus episodes, day after day, extraordinary conversations, bringing back the lost art of conversation, inspiring conversations, great entertainment, viewer interaction with our lovely viewers from all around the globe, and so much more. Every show is something different. Every show is something special. And boy, are we having a good time. A lot of work behind the scenes, putting all these shows together. I do balance it with my professional work in television and radio. And we put a lot of, we try to put a lot of production value into it. We treat this not really as a podcast or even a live stream, although that's what we're doing. It's more like a television show, using some of my television background. This is really like a television talk show that you remember, like David Susskind, Dick Cavett, Johnny Carson, Steve Allen, Murph Griffin, Mike Douglas, some of that old school feeling with the modern sensibilities of today, modern vibe of today. That's what we've been doing since day one of this show. And it is the holiday season, so we wish all of you the very best of blessings and joys this holiday, Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa, and New Year's coming up as well. It's been an extraordinary year in so many different respects. And we're so happy that we get a chance to connect with every single one of you on a daily basis live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. An extraordinary guest we have coming up in just a moment. First, we like to toast all of you in style as we are very festive here, as our set continues to become more and more holiday-like with all the colors and all the decorations. Very cool. So we toast you and you and you and you and you and you and our fancy glass here. Now, this looks like a very expensive, knock you on your feet libation type of thing. Whew. It isn't. We're back to Trader Joe's lemonade, low calorie lemonade. That's what's in this. It looks very expensive and very posh and very fancy, right? It's just Trader Joe's lemonade in a fancy glass. That's about it. Good. I should have them as a sponsor. We keep mentioning them all the time. All your friends are here. Again, you guys know that we sort of have a cast of characters. There is your friend George Burns with a cigar. He is here. And all the rest of the characters. Jeannie's here, Gilligan, and we'll show them a little bit later. But first, we like to tell you that the guest we have coming up is a national, if not international, music legend, treasure, gift to us all, and has been for decades and continues to be. HOLLE THEE MAXWELL, a breath of fresh air, so authentic, so real, so loving, so empathetic, so creative. She is a resilient survivor in an extraordinarily demanding and ever-changing industry, the music industry and entertainment industry. And in just a moment, we're going to be welcoming her to the show. First, we have Lovities. Now, that's a word, levity, that sort of stumbled upon itself. When I slipped up, I said our show is all about light, love, and levity. And one time I said love and levity together, and we ended up with Lovity. Viewers around the world with our international audience said, Jim, I love that word. Keep that word. So the show has a lot of levity in it. And that's a cool thing, right? The world could use a little more levity. So the viewers call themselves Lovities. They call me Mr. Levity, and they welcome all of our guests every single night into what they call Lovity Hall. Like our fabulous viewer and Lovity, Christine Clifton in North Carolina, says, Happy National Cookie Day. Wait a minute. Cookies are one of my favorite things on the planet. We're going to have to get some cookies out here. I love cookies. Greetings, Jim and Lovities. Welcome, vocal legend HOLLE THEE MAXWELL to the show tonight. Looking forward to a terrific music and Lovity Hall. You better believe it. Coming up, Mary Bishop. Happy Cookie Day, everyone. Hello, Jim and Lovities at work. So I'll be popping in and out. Welcome, HOLLE THEE. Don't you love that name? A beautiful name, HOLLE THEE, especially this time of the year. It just sounds so perfect, so apropos for good feelings and good vibes. And that's what she brings to all of us. There's, of course, our wishes to all of you watching on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, Facebook at Jim Masters TV. Good evening, Jim, and our lovely family from Cleveland, Ohio. Kathy Short is here, and we thank you for joining us, Kathy. Hope you're having a good evening. Sherry Schoenline. Hello, Jim and Lovity. So excited for the show tonight. You as well, Sherry. Welcome. Watching on our YouTube channel as well. My hair is getting long. It's usually shorter like the guy in the logo. Yours truly. This is kind of cool, huh? I don't know. I wore it on TV on PBS. We did segments for Trans-Siberian Orchestra's PBS special. The one that Ossie Davis was in that they're re-airing, Ghost of Christmas Eve. We were in the studio filming segments for that on behalf of public television programming. And I had the hair longer and they're like, oh my God, we love that. It hasn't been cut since March, since everything with the pandemic started. And the salon actually called and said, do you still love it? I said, yeah. They said, we're just having fun, growing, doing a lot of stuff, home studio. So letting it grow a little bit. And, and I told you that when I was on a TV news shoot, one of the tricks I had was I wore a turtleneck with a sport coat because it had to be more coiffed. And I tucked the hair into the back of the turtleneck. And then all of a sudden it became shorter for that TV news segment. And you guys love that turtleneck tutorial, as you call it. Good to see you, Sherry. And Lynn Orman is here. So excited to hear the stories and music of the legendary Holly Thee Maxwell. Got my cognac ready. Ooh, nice, Lynn. And definitely show some lovity to the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. We would love that. Love is Lovities. That's right. It's a wonderful marriage of Holly Thee's Love Is and our Lovities. We'll talk about that in a minute. Marilyn Hammond in Wichita, Kansas. Hi, Jim and all our Lovities. Hope you guys are liking our set. It's really becoming colorful with all the different decorations and lights, and we try to change things up. Some of my background in television is showing itself here. Hi, Jim and all Lovities from Merlin in Canada. Nice to see you, Merlin, on our YouTube channel. Pat D is here. Hey, Holly, thank you for the invite. Got my Moscato. Very nice. Lynn Orman says, yes, Moscato Pink. Everybody on YouTube, we hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, as we're building that and growing that and all the lovity together. Nice to see Sharon in Connecticut. Happy Friday evening, all. Good to see you, Sharon. And Pat D says, Lynn, I love it. And Catherine Adams says, hello from Holly's cousin. Hi, Catherine. It's all in the family here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Usually a lot of my family around the country and beyond are watching as well. Nice to have you with us, Catherine. Hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Carla is here. Hello, Jim and gang. Happy Friday night. Carla watches us in South America from beautiful Brazil. And it's nice to see you again in Brazil. Wonderful, Carla. And hi, Patty and Catherine and Ralph and Lovities from Lynn Orman joining us. And David is here as well. David Lyon. Hey, Holler. Got my Jim Beam and ready to go. Real quick. Here's the I Dreamy Genie bottle. And you know how they fashioned the I Dreamy Genie bottle for the TV series? After a Jim Beam bottle. And if you look at it, it's like a Jim Beam bottle. That was the prototype for the actual Genie bottle on I Dreamy Genie, was a Jim Beam liquor bottle. A little trivia there for you from the TV guy here. Good to see you as well, David. Enjoy that Jim Beam. It's going to be that kind of night, I think. Why did I put lemonade in my glass? Hello, Jim and all the Lovities. It's the weekend. Juanita watching in South Africa. We love you as well, Juanita. Nice to have you here. Marcia, hello, Lovities, and Wozniak. Good to see you, Marcia. And hello, Jim and everyone. Hope today was fantastic for all. Absolutely fantastic, and still is. And some more. Lynn has her blonde on. Riley. Hey, Riley. Good to see you. Welcome. Love having you here on the show. My friend, Riley Bowling. Nice to have you here. And good evening, Jim and all Lovities from Maryland. And Marilyn Hammond is in Wichita, Kansas. Kathleen is in New York City. Hi, Jim. Hi, everyone. Hope all is well. Karen Campbell Green is here. Good evening, Jim and fellow Lovities from Nova Scotia. Cheers from Sherry and Ralph here. Good evening, Lovities. We're in for a real treat with Holly. Good to see you, Ralph, in Indiana. Lynn says, nice, fancy glass, Jim. Thank you very much. The set is very festival, Jim. Looking pretty. Thank you very much. And appreciate it. Welcome, Holly Thee Maxwell, to Lovity Hall. Love the longer hair, Jim. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll continue to look at these comments, and there's so many of them. Renee in Iowa. Hi, everyone. Good to see you, Renee. Christopher in Ohio. Welcome, Holly Thee Maxwell. Jim and all Lovities. Mona, loving the long hair. Looks great. Thank you very much. Good stuff. All right. More comments coming in. We will be very happy to show them and share them. A lot of people watch that don't even comment. They just enjoy the show. And we're very excited to welcome our very special guest, the one and only. I mean, I tell you, whew, that is a knockout photo if I've ever seen one. Looks stunning. You know what? She's even more stunning inside. She's really fantastic, and we're very excited. When you mention the name Holly Thee Maxwell, you've mentioned a name that is respected all over the world. She is the entertainer's entertainer, is better than she's ever been before. Musically, this lady has truly done it all, traveled everywhere, knows everybody that is somebody, and is equally well known by the same somebodies. A native of Chicago, Holly Thee was destined to be one of the world's greatest entertaining performers, and that she is. Holly Thee sang her very first song at age 5 years young professionally, and still, unlike most, gives all due respect and credit to her higher spiritual power for creating her parents, that's right, and the family, for being her sole inspiration to continue being musical, starting with classical piano and singing opera in German, French, and Italian. Holly Thee, to this date, is the only American from African descent to have been presented in concert at the age of 12 years young at Chicago's Lyric Opera House, and presented by the noteworthy Reverend Dr. Lena McLin and her mother, Eula Thee. That's right. Holly Thee has graduated with 2 master's degrees in music, one from Roosevelt University, Chicago Musical College, Chicago, Illinois, and the other one from the world-class Juilliard School of Music in New York. Holly Thee was the first and only to perform a live show in flight aboard a 747 TWA jet from Chicago to Spain in 1972 to sing for President Franco. She replaced Tina with the musical legend Ike Turner Review, and was the only vocalist that toured with jazz organist the wonderful and great Mr. Jimmy Smith for 3 years. She's opened shows for the Mighty Dells, the Tempting Temptations, the Spectacular Spinners, music legend King Curtis, legendary comedian actor Slappy White, and Red Fox. Pop music legends Captain and Tennille, Oscar-winning living legend actor Lou Gossett Jr., and too many more to mention. She's won everything you can think of: an induction into the Chicago Blues Hall of Fame, Lifetime Achievement Award from Chicago Music Awards, and so much more. We'll talk about it all as we welcome her live and direct from her home city, wonderful Chicago, Illinois, the one and only Holly Thee Maxwell. Holly Thee, welcome. How are you?
I'm great, and thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, it is
wonderful. Thank you.
It is my pleasure. You are truly one heck of a lady inside and out. You are, I was just remembering in doing the research and working with everybody to put this together for tonight's live broadcast and live show. You are not just a national treasure, like I said in the beginning, you're an international treasure. You are a survivor. You have influenced and you have inspired so many people, not just in the music industry, but those who are thinking about inspiring others and mentoring others and being performers and entertainers. For you, Holly Thee, I have all the information, all the research. I could read bios and all that stuff, and we gave people a little sprinkle in the beginning, but I love to hear it from the person themselves because my style is conversational. Early on, and I love the way you pay heed to those who came before, and especially your mother and father and your family. Tell us about those early inspirations in Holly Thee's life that inspired you to go on to the arts, to go on to creating incredible music and doing it for the good of all of us. And we welcome you again.
Thank you so much for having me here. You know, when you say about inspiration, my mom and my father was a man that he was highly intelligent. My mom was highly intelligent, and my mother was an opera singer. So she discovered that I was talented, and she used to sing this song, "The Lord's Prayer" by Malott, And every time she would get to that part of the song saying, into temptation, and you hit that high note, into temptation, right? I would run out there and say, into the damnation. Okay. And my mother looked at me and said, what you say? I say, into the damnation. She say, okay. So she discovered I could sing.
Yeah.
I was 5 years old. And she took me, I was too young, but she took me to the Roosevelt University when I was 5, 6, 7. But they said I was too young to study then. But what she did was she kept on and she kept on and she kept on until she got me to Roosevelt, the Chicago Musical College at Roosevelt University, and I took piano lessons from Alexander Vita, and I took voice lessons from Thelma Wade Brown at the Chicago Music College. And in the meantime, my mother met Dr. Lena McLean, and they got together and they presented me at the Lyric Opera House in Chicago. And I was 12 years old, and I was singing German, French, and Italian.
Mm, mm.
And Spirate Purse. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to go through all that. You won't hear all that. But anyway,
You can share with us as much as you want. If it rises within you, share it.
okay. But anyway, to get to, I have to tell you what happened to that. You didn't ask what happened to that, but I'm going to tell you what happened.
Absolutely.
How I left opera was uh, my stepfather raped me.
Mm.
And to make a long story short, my mother shot him in self-defense. And the night of the concert, I was on stage singing, uh, and there were professors there from Europe to take me back to Europe. But they didn't understand how come I was standing on stage crying and singing, because I learned very young, at a very young age, the show must go on. So I was there singing and crying. But the reason why I was crying is because my mom was behind the curtain with handcuffs on because she had shot my stepfather the night before that Saturday night. The concert was on Sunday. And I know that had a lot to do with me changing my music into jazz, because jazz is the closest to technical training.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I went.
Mm. So jazz. So let's talk about some of the incredible opportunities for you in the world of jazz. What were some of those first things that happened and first doors that opened for you in the jazz world, Holly Thee?
Well, there was, you know, living in Chicago, it was a jazz city.
Yeah.
It was a great jazz city. And I worked from the Jazz Showcase with Jimmy Smith to uh, the Happy Medium to the London House to, oh, it's just so many of them. But anyway, uh, Algiers, that was a place on 69th on the South Side. And I worked there, and I was there with George Freeman. I was there with his brother. What is his brother's name? Anyway, I was there with his brother, and we did jazz at Algiers for a long time. And I ended up with Jimmy Smith, the greatest jazz organist in the world, still today.
Mm.
I was with him for 3 years, and that's another story. So what you want to know?
Put a pot of coffee on, folks. We got some stories to tell.
Yeah, baby, this is gonna be a long one.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know. This show is famous for that. See, you got to laugh, right? You really, really have to laugh. That's an essential part of everything. I This is really amazing because you really are inexplicably one of the most creative forces in the world, and you've touched so many lives with your performances from opera to blues. Um, you really, as a child, were a protege in grammar school and high school, right? And then you mentioned uh, Roosevelt and Juilliard and your family connections, which are incredible. At 18 years old, like you said, this legendary opportunity, meeting owner Clarence Ludd, who gave you a break from that legendary high in Chicago. Tell us about that break with Clarence Ludd.
Clarence Ludd owned the High Chaparral. It was on the South Side. It was one of the biggest black nightclubs that ever existed. And this club had everybody. I mean, he hired everybody from Johnny Taylor to oh my God. Oh my God. Sam Cooke.
Oh, yeah.
To, oh yeah. He hired everybody. Anyway, um, he asked my mom if I could open the club because I was underage. I was actually 17, not 18. And my mom said, yeah. Anyway, I opened the club with the Jackson 5. Would you believe that?
Oh, boy. That's no small feat at all.
No, that's what I didn't even know I was opening.
I love your laugh. It's so genuine. It's so
Yeah,
real.
all I knew is I could sing, Jim.
Yeah.
I knew, and that's all I did, and I wouldn't do anything else.
And there are times in the South Side of Chicago, Holly, that you would play 3 clubs in one night, right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, I would go from, well, for instance, there was a place on 39th, 39th, right there at Michigan, called the Peyton Place. And just say, for instance, I'd go from Peyton Place to the High Chaparral to the a club on 55th Street called Checkmate. Okay, that's the 3 clubs, maybe on a Monday night. Then on a Tuesday night, I'd go from the High Chaparral to 55th Street to 47th Street to Sutherland. Okay, that's on another night. Then there on the weekend, I had a standing thing going on, whereas I would go from the High Chaparral to 55th Street to the West Side, called the Golden Peacock, and then I would come back to the 47th Street, Sutherland, and then go back to 55th Street, and then go back to the High Chaparral, and then start all over again, go from High Chaparral back to 55th Street to the West Side. That was on Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Friday nights. I would do 4 to 5 clubs in one night.
That's amazing. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a different time and a different era, and people loved entertainment. They supported entertainment. You could go to a club and there was only standing room only.
Yeah. That's amazing, right? That's amazing. And again, that's a testament to your talent and the fact that people just love the energy and the passion and the authenticity you bring to your music. Let's talk a little bit about your time in New York City during the college days. I heard there are a few funny stories you might want to share of those college days in the Big Apple.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let me tell you something. I won scholarships. I got scholarships for music, and that's how I could go to Roosevelt University, the Chicago Musical College, and that's how I could go to Juilliard.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, one of the I never will forget. This is what made me stay on the straight and narrow. I went to New York. I'm going to school, doing my studies, and I got with this friend of mine, and she said, "We going to Harlem." And I said, "Harlem?" And I thought about the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, okay. So we went up to Harlem, and I'm looking for the Harlem Globetrotters. Baby, let me tell you something. I saw some stuff. I didn't know what I was looking at. I didn't know what I was looking at, Jim. I came back. I heard, I said, we got to go. She said, well, I said, no, we got to go. Something wrong.
Yeah.
Make a long story short. Make a long story short. I went back to school. I didn't come out the dormitory until I came back home to Chicago. I would not. I didn't want to go nowhere. I just wanted to study. I just wanted to study. I didn't want to do anything else but study.
Just study. Just study.
I thought I was going to see the Harlem Globetrotters.
No, not quite, right?
Not really.
But what a great experience, Juilliard, huh? That must have been. That's a dream of so many people.
You know, I didn't realize. I didn't realize where I was. It was natural to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, sure.
I felt like that's where I belonged. It wasn't no big thing to me. I could sing. I earned my way there, and I belong there.
Right. Right. Yeah.
So I had no idea that it was a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Right. It just
no idea.
You felt so comfortable there, didn't you? Yeah.
Yes, I did.
And with the familiarity of the city life too, having, come from Chicago and then New York, having the understanding of urban life and the cultures and just the energy of a city.
Yeah,
you soaked it all in, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was, you know what? It was like, I belong there.
Right.
It was like I belonged there. I didn't feel any different. I didn't feel any different. Anywhere I've been, Jim, this is the truth. I felt like I belonged there.
Yeah.
I had no consciousness of racial differences. I had no consciousness of financial differences. I had no consciousness of mentality differences. I had none of that.
Good.
Wherever I went, I belonged there. Here I am. I was comfortable.
Right.
I was absolutely comfortable.
That's fantastic. And I'm with you. That's how I feel about everything as well. We're all one, we are all one. I was just doing actually kind of interesting. Yesterday, I was in the television studio and I was hosting something that I host annually. And that is this half-hour preview interview show that's previewing the upcoming Dr. Martin Luther King Day National Breakfast Prayer Celebration that happens, and it's the 36th annual. And I was doing some regional work with it, and I host and I interview some of the people who are on the committee and all. And this year, their keynote speaker is the civil rights advocate Jane Elliott. And one of the things that she has always been known for saying, and I'm such a big believer in, is that God made one race, the human race. The human race. That's what it's all about, right? We all have something to say, something to contribute, and we are all a collective, and everybody should be a part of the party, come to the party, be at the table, because life and experiences are so much richer that way. And come with an open mind, open heart, and an empathetic approach. Don't come, divisive and divided. Come open and listen, because sometimes your life will be enriched when you hear some opportunities and viewpoints of others. And I think that's such a beautiful thing. So we were filming that in the television studio yesterday, and I've done it for many years, that half-hour show, and it's a blessing to do it. But that, what you were saying, just made me think of what Jane Elliott said, and it's so absolutely true. And I hope that coming out of COVID and everything that we're dealing with now, we've had everything you can think of in 1 year's time, with the pandemic and the economic, the civil unrest and the election, all these things, any one of them in a singular way would be monumental to handle. I hope we come out of this and rise out of the ashes all together, more loving, empathetic, collaborative, creative, and less divisive. And we come out of this not going back to normal, but attaining better for all of us.
You know what, Jim? I feel that this the last 4 years, and along with the COVID, I think we've learned a lot.
We have, yeah.
I think that we've learned a lot. I know that we felt a lot, and I really believe that this is going to be a different time coming up for everybody involved, because we found out that we are all one. We are all one. There's no differences. Man-made differences made differences. But I really believe that we learned a lot, we felt a lot, and and our spirits and our souls are going to gel with each other this time.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly with that. And that's certainly our prayer. Talking about some of these other things in your illustrious career, Holly, the record labels, Constellation, VJ, and Curtis Mayfield. Tell us about that. That's incredible. And also infamous Chess Records too, and some of the things involving Chess Records.
Well, what do you want to know about you? Constellation, I had my first song, One Thin Dime, and then I recorded Only When You're Lonely. And that was for Esther Phillips, actually. But they gave it to me, Only When You're Lonely. And then I went to St. Lawrence Records. You know what? I can't remember exactly
The progression.
Yeah, I can't. But anyway, I went to St. Lawrence Records, and I did a song called The Philly Barracuda. And then I also recorded at Wingate Records in Detroit, where I just did a song called Don't Say You Love Me Till You Do. And the cover was Fats Domino, Blueberry Hill. Then I went to, oh God, the other recording, Curtis Mayfield, Curtom Records, and Curtis uh, wrote a song for me called Suffer, and the other song was No One Else, and God Bless. God bless me, God bless them. The Impressions did the background on
Mm-hmm.
the song. It was amazing. Then I went to Philadelphia International Records and did a song called When It Go Away and Never Gonna Love Again. And then I decided after all that not to record anymore because I didn't know what I was doing business wise. So it took me from 69, that was the last time I recorded, to 2011. No, that's wrong. To 2000, that's wrong. To 2000, I recorded in Paris, France. And I did a cover album. Gerard Bachet helped me to do that album at the Maxwell Cafe, which I was part only in Paris, France. Then I came home to take care of my mom, and a gentleman by the name of Paul Hanover helped me to record an album called All Kinds of Blues, All Kinds of Always. And that's the last time I recorded because I needed to know how not to get cheated out of my money anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so not only that, like I said, I was taking care of my mom. Oh, that's another story, honey.
Yeah.
I was taking care of my mom. I got accused of abusing her. I got homeless. I went to jail. A whole bunch of stuff happened. But 2009 of February, I got out of that. And June 2009, I did the Chicago Blues Festival, and I refused to lay down.
That's it.
Okay, but
You're a survivor for sure. Absolutely.
honey, listen, I'm so thankful, Jim. I'm thankful for everything I've gone through because it's made me a stronger person. It's made me a wiser person, and it's made me a person that I'm going to say it just like I feel that ain't going to take no nothing. You know what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah. Yes. Right. Right. Exactly. Because enough has been taken. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And your mother, in the early years, very protective of you as well. I know with Chess Records too. Your mother was a great force
Oh,
manager
yeah.
protecting you.
You want to hear that story?
Sure. Yeah.
I really want to tell you that story.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why that story might be really, really good is because, it's part of your history, but there might be others who are entering music and the music world, which has changed so much, who might be inspired by what you're saying, and they'll be very weary of things, or maybe they'll just be more cautious. And, so these stories are very inspirational to others who are up and coming too.
well, let me say this to you. Uh, uh, I'll talk about chess in just a moment, but I didn't know that I was supposed to lay down on a couch to get a hit record. I thought that because I was talented, that's all I needed. Okay, not true. So I wouldn't do a lot of things that a lot of the girls that got so-called hits. I wouldn't do what they did. I just because I knew I could sing, Jim. Guess what? That's all I knew is I could sing. If you told me I couldn't sing, I might get beat up. But you know you was in a fight.
Hmm.
I knew I could sing. So one of the disasters of the business is when I went to Chess Records, they tried to make me into Jackie Ross. They had written some songs for Jackie Ross. And I said, no, I'm not going to do those songs. Those are for Jackie Ross. Those are not for Holly Maxwell. Anyway, they got mad at me and they told me that I would never sing again anywhere. I would never do this. I would never do that. And I didn't care. What I cared about is if you wrote songs for Jackie Ross, why don't you write songs for Holly Maxwell? That's what, I mean, that's where my brain went.
Sure.
Why I got to sing Jackie Ross songs. So they didn't want to give me a release. Me and my mom went in, my mom went in Leonard Chess's office.
It's,
I jumped on the desk with a 2x4 and my mom went in with a baseball bat. And
Louisville Slugger.
anyway, I got my release. I got my release. And that's after, I think that's after I went to, that's after I left Constellation. I went to so many record companies. And let me tell you why. See, this you need to know this. There was 2 disc jockeys that were controlling all the DJs over the company, all over the country. One was E. Rodney Jones, and the other was Purvis Band. And I wouldn't go to bed with either one of them. So they told me that I would never ever have a record or a hit record at all. And you know what? They didn't lie. Because what happened was, whatever company I went to, they told the company, if you want us to play that record, we're not going to do it. And you got other records. And guess what? Drop her, or else we're not going to play in your other artists' records. That's what happened to me in Chicago. I was blackballed here, and I didn't know it. That's the truth. And that's how come I went to so many record companies.
Right, right. Because, you just wanted to sing, you just wanted to share, you wanted to perform, right?
I didn't know I had to do all that other stuff.
No, right, exactly.
I really didn't. I wasn't prepared for that. If I had been, if I had been prepared for that, I don't think I would have done it anyway because I'm not a whore. I'm
Mhm.
not promiscuous. I'm not that kind of person. That's
Exactly.
not in me.
No, you are a stellar entertainer. That's what you are, Holly Thee. And I have some really cool things that in our research we have sort of dug up here. Look at this, goes back.
Oh yeah, that's with Jimmy Smith. We was in Africa.
Yeah, that must have been amazing
Jimmy
too. And
Smith and Ray Crawford. Yes.
yeah, look at this. Back to 78.
Yes. And you know what? Uh, the apartheid was going on then. And we integrated the Coliseum Theater. We wouldn't play until they integrated the theater there. And we didn't know we were making history. We were just doing what we felt was right. But Jimmy and I told Jimmy, I said, I'm not playing there, and they're not going to integrate the theater. What kind of stuff is that?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, okay, we ain't gonna play. You know, I don't know if anybody know how he talked, but he had that gruff voice. And we didn't play until they integrated the theater in South Africa.
And that they did, and that they did. And that's a great, again, testament to your style and to your, tenacity to do the right thing. And I think that's a beautiful statement, Holly. Here's another great shot there too, looking back in time. And here's another one. Holly is a reincarnation of Billy and Ella. That's amazing. With all the press too, that must have been extraordinary too. All the press over the years, all these positive words and all the love coming your way. And the respect. Do you think the respect has been there and continues to be there in the way, shape, and form that it should be? I mean, you are a groundbreaker. You and others have, you and I were talking about it before we went live on the air. You're one of those who set the pace for so many other people who came up after.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. I'm honest with you. I'm respected all over the world, but in my hometown. And that's the truth. And Chicago, I guess they just don't know any better. But my point is, this is something that I knew I should do. This kind of interview, this interview is something I knew I should do because there's so much I have to give. You understand? And I'm a giver. I am a giver. And the respect that I've needed is now coming. And it's coming because I've survived. And I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. I'm humble to it. And I'm thankful for it.
Well, it's well earned. And if it's coming now, it's a long time in the coming. Who is this stunning individual in this shot? Wow. That is a real keeper. Beautiful. Tell us about this. When was this?
That was in 1967 or 68. Remember I was telling you I was working at a club called Algiers?
Yes.
Okay. Might have been 69, 67 and 69. Then that outfit my mom made.
Did she really?
My mother made all of my stage clothes. Yes.
Very talented. Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Yes, she was. God, I miss her so.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but my mother made that outfit.
So what was the occasion happening, you were saying?
Oh, I was working at Algiers. Remember I told you about
that? Yeah.
Well, you know what? Wasn't no occasion. That's just the way I dress. I would just come on stage, honey, and wear you out. If you didn't like the way I sang, you wanted to see what I was going to wear. If you didn't like what I was wearing and didn't like what I said, you was going to come and see what I was going to say. It was one of the three things.
That's right. All for one low price. You got the full Monty, everything.
$7 $1.380.
Yeah. Marsha says bravo, and Christopher says wonderful press, and Marsha Murphy Watson says strong woman, great role model, and Merlin in Canada says we're glad you're here too, and Christopher says beautiful pictures. Kathleen Walker in New York City, who just lost her mom about a month ago, she goes, sometimes you have to go through bad times to become stronger, and you definitely seem strong. I would imagine all of this has made you stronger in many different ways, huh?
I'm strong as life. I'm strong as live water.
Yes. You've got such an awesome laugh. I love it because it's so genuine. It's so real. I have another clip here. Look at this.
Oh, where you get that from?
Oh, we have our secrets. Yeah, I mean, if that's secret history,
Yeah.
Chicago music. Tell us about this.
I can't tell you about that. What is that?
It says pivotal Chicago musicians that somehow have not gotten their just dues.
Well, you know
This,
what? They're right.
the secret history of Chicago music. Holly the
This is
Maxwell.
the first time I've ever seen this.
Isn't that cool?
That's really cool.
I think that's really, really cool. And
That's really
they
cool.
captured it from that photo there.
Yeah, okay.
Tell us about also, in addition to, and we for folks listening, we do have some clips of her performing too. So you're going to really love that. Some music is coming in just a minute. But in it, like you said, people came for the music, they came for the stories and what you had to say, and also came for the wardrobe. Tell us about the Holly the style when it came to, and when it still comes to wardrobe. Like you said, your mother made a lot of the wonderful outfits, but how do you describe it? How do you define it? And it's changed and morphed with the times and over the years as well, which is quite beautiful.
I think that I've always been fabulous. You know, there was a guy, what's his name? Oh, he used to be the, for the Chicago Blues Festival here. I can't think of his name, but anyway, he described me as one of the old vaudeville dressing people. He said, I look like, he said, I come on stage, I remind him of the old vaudeville queens, okay? So, anyway, I think that I don't care what's going on today. I'm going to always be glamorous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to always be fabulous. And I'm going to always, people like show. They like, they like glitter.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to come see me in no gym shoes and no and no damn blue jeans. They don't want to come see me like, well, if they do, they're going to get disappointed.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that performer should be fabulous.
Yeah.
And maybe that's from my age. Like Beyonce, she's fabulous to me.
Right.
Okay. I love that. I love that glitter. I love that show. I love that. I love that entertaining, spectacular stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And I get 100, I'm gonna be doing the same thing.
Oh boy, that's like what, 75 years away from then?
Yeah, 25 years ago.
Well, no, I meant 75 years until you're 100.
I got 25 years ago.
Mary Bishop in Florida says, love your positive attitude. Christopher says, love your outfits. Alan Winkler says, you got the best shoes. Merlin in Canada says, if you got it, flaunt it. And Ralph says, stunning.
Alan's going to be my next husband.
I think he posted something along those lines. I bet there's a long line too. They're going to have to fight over each other for this.
Yeah, he's going to fight for me now.
Now that you're a lovety on the Jim Masters show, how does it make you feel to be a lovety?
Love is.
Yes. Everybody has welcomed you here with all these comments too, that you're now a lovety on the Jim Masters show live.
I love it because love is, and I thank you guys. I really do.
It's our pleasure. I mean, there's Oscars, Tonys, Emmys, Tellys, Peabodys, but when you get to be a lovety on the Jim Masters show live, it makes your feet tingle, doesn't it?
Yeah, my toes is twitching, child.
That's it. Then we have done our job. Lynn says Holly is a living doll, and there should be one of her with a secret closet full of costumes and hair wigs. I love that. I love that.
You know what? I need a museum.
Look at that shot. You need a museum. Yes, a wing. She needs a whole wing in the Smithsonian, please. The Holly B. Maxwell wing in the Smithsonian.
Yep.
Look at that shot. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And we go back a little bit here. There you are.
Yep, in 1900 and what's that? 54.
Like, what's that?
1900.
1900. Yeah, 1954. Yes. And look, you're already a star then. Look at your expression, your pose.
Damn, honey.
And it says our daughter, Holly Maxwell. So that's probably your mother's handwriting, right? On that photo, our daughter.
Yes.
Yeah. There is Holly D. Maxwell as a child, 1954. Tell her, it's a beautiful shot. You're just such a happy-go-lucky child there. You can see. Tell us the derivation of the name Holly D. Some people may still recall Holly Maxwell, but tell us about going back to the authenticity of your birth name and who you are and where the came into the Holly part of it.
Well, what happened was, when I first started singing, 5 years old, we tried that HOLLE. It didn't work. So my mom changed it to HOLLY, Holly Maxwell. And that worked all the way through the movie, okay? And then when I decided to come back to Chicago to take care of her, I started using Holly the Maxwell because that is my real name. But let me tell you the whole thing. It's Holly, HOLLE, with the hyphen over the E. So it's not Holly, it's Holly. Then you got the THEE, which is part of my mother's name. And my mother's name is Eula V. Gladys. Then you got Mar, which was part of my dad's name and his sister's name. His name was Marcellus, and his sister's name was Margaret. Then you got Claire, which is my mother's brother's part of his name, which is Clarence. Then you got Roe, which is part of my mother's name, which is my grandmother. Her name was Rosa. Then you got Day, which my mother spelled D-E as in French, with the hyphen over the E, for David, which is my mother's brother. So my legal birth name is Holly the McClaraday Maxwell.
Very, very nice. Very, very, very regal and very elegant.
Yeah, my mother thought I was going to be Latin or Spanish, all in name.
My mother is the youngest of 16.
Uh-oh.
The youngest of 16. And there's only 20 years difference between the youngest and the oldest. Only 20 years difference.
Wow.
And we had my mother's brother named Clarence, and they used to call him Bay, B-A-Y, Bay. Remember when people would have a lot of more nicknames? Like our Uncle Floyd never used Floyd. He was Sonny. So Uncle Sonny. A lot of people did that, a lot of those nicknames that, and it's nice to have family, right? The love of family and the support of family. I know family means a lot to you.
Well, yes. Yeah, it does. My strongest points was my mom and dad, though, because I was the only child. See, so all I knew was my mom and dad and singing.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Right. And that's, and you've mastered the art of singing, but also storytelling. Performers tend to be storytellers as well. Case in point, I mean, look at this incredible shot. If you're not telling a story there, I don't know what. That is amazing. Tell us about this shot. Do you recall where this was?
The only thing I can remember about this shot is there was an attorney. It was his birthday. He's passed on now.
Yeah.
J.B. Ross.
Yeah.
He was an entertainment attorney. And I went to sing for his birthday. And I can't even remember the song.
Yeah.
But it was the man was an icon. He was an icon.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a legal icon.
Yeah.
And the song that I sang, I can't remember it right now. I really can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was something that I felt. I felt in my soul for him.
And that to the left there, that drawing, was that a drawing of him probably, maybe, or they were celebrating his life perhaps?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. You really are. You're feeling that song, and that's one of your claims to fame is you do. You really, really do.
Well, I never, Jim, I'm gonna tell you something. I was never an artist to sing a song
Right.
just because it was popular or just because it was a hit.
Exactly.
Okay, I sang things that I can relate to. I
Mm-hmm.
sang things that people related to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that picture there.
That's
Uh,
cool.
yeah, well, if you notice the attitude, right?
Yes.
It was a song called "Wake Up, Daddy."
Mm-hmm.
Your mama needs her morning meal. Guess what? I don't need no instant breakfast because I'm hungry for something I can feel.
I love it. I
And
love that.
that's what that picture. That's the song I was singing. See, whatever song I sang, I went into that character, and I couldn't help it because that's what I meant when I sang the song.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Look at this gorgeous shot. Mm.
Oh, that was from Curtom Records, uh, dealing with the song "Suffer and No One Else."
Really nice. Here's another Paris. This is in Paris, right?
Yeah, that's in Paris. I was asking. I remember I was asking somebody. This guy, this guy, he was talking to me. He was sitting in the front row, and I looked at him. I said, "But what you want to do about it?" Because he kept on saying, "Ooh la la, ooh la la." I just turned around and say, "Well, what you want to do?"
Yeah. That's right. Just ooh la la. That's it, huh?
Guess what? He was doing the
Oh,
ooh la la, and he was just having hisses, and he's about to fall out and have a stroke and all that kind of stuff. And I just turned around and looked at him. I said, "Well, what you want to do about this?"
that's right. All bark and no bite. Here's another. Now, look here. Talk about the wardrobe and the passion for what you do. Tell us about this. This is amazing.
The wardrobe, the hat my mom made, the dress I made, the shawl I made, the gloves I made, and that was for the Chicago Blues Mamas for Obama. That was when we did that show. Was produced by Fran Allen Leake and Lynn Orman Weiss,
Beautiful.
and
Beautiful.
that was done the night of his second. What do you call it when you win?
Inauguration.
Yeah, when you win again.
Inauguration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What an honor. How did that feel to be there and doing that? That is an honor.
We well, there were other girls there. It was wonderful. We did that at the main stage theater, and it was a. I mean, I was honored to do that. I really was. Uh, to to perform on a stage uh, dealing with the election of Obama again. I would, I take pride in that. I do. You know, uh, some of us, and me either, never thought I'd see a black president. My mother was able to see it before she left here, and I was able to perform for his night of winning the second time, and awesome, just awesome, Jim. It really was.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm glad that they asked you and that you were a part of that, and a memory to remember really for a lifetime. Lynn says that Holly's saying, "God bless the child with such emotion."
Oh, God bless the child
Yeah,
that's got his own.
yeah,
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 that. Oh man, you know, on that song, in the middle of the song, Jim, I imitate Billie Holiday, and nobody knew it was me until they saw me do it. Because I do have a recording of it, but we couldn't play it. But nobody knew that it was me. In fact, Michael Frank, who is probably listening and looking now,
yeah.
heard heard that rendition, and they thought that it was we had inserted Billie Holiday into the recording.
Ah, that's amazing, huh? Take
Yeah.
a look at this we found too.
Oh
Mm.
my God. Smith Wit Records. Wow.
When was this? It doesn't have a date.
1969.
Wow.
That was the last recording I did.
Mm, mm,
And it was done with Philadelphia International Records.
mm, mm, mm. That's a
Mm.
cool one there too. And here's another.
Oh yeah, I love that photo. It's by Peter Hurley. He's a phenomenal. He is a brilliant photographer. I mean, he's brilliant. I mean, he gets you like you
Yeah.
ain't never been got before. Yeah.
Right. Do you remember where this was taken?
I think at a club called Motorola.
Mm, really nice. Really nice. Look at this one. This goes back, huh?
Yeah, baby, they go back to 1902.
1902. That's way back. 1902. You don't want to put a 6 or a 7 or a 5 or an 8 in there?
Yeah,
Just
back.
leave the oh. Well, it's good. They had ample parking and air conditioning, so I don't know. Might have been later than 1902. That is funny. Jackson 5, Barbara Lynn, Holly Maxwell, Willie Dixon, and Simtex Simmons. Look at this. Look at all these people. This was really amazing, huh? That
Yeah.
is funny. 1902. Well preserved, I guess. 1902. That is.
Yeah, I'm like I'm like Dorian Gray in a dress.
Look, with great hair too and great skin. Look at this one. Wow.
Wow, that's wow. Where'd you get
I tell you, we have our sources. We are professionals here at the Jim Master Show Live. Only the best.
boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Isn't that nice? You know, a lot of people say when they have these conversations on the show and we go over the career, we listen to the music, we show the photos and everything, they sort of relive some of those and remember some of those extraordinary times in their life. It brings it all back. Does it do it for you too, Holly Lee?
No.
Well, not if you go back to 1902. I mean, that I tell you would not be. No,
No, I don't remember none.
I remember that. That wasn't me. That was a clone. I was not there. I wasn't even a thought in my mama's mind yet. Now here we go. Here we go. Now we're really pulling all the stops out. Look at this.
Okay, yeah, that was Obama's for Mama's for Obama's. That was that.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
That's really, really stunning. Yeah, look at this.
yeah,
Again, yeah, we saw that, and you're knocking it out. Look at this shot. Love this.
yeah. Where was that? Motor. Okay, that was at a club called Motor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really cool. Evanston Magazine too. You're in there. Women,
Oh, that was the collection.
Women of Blues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was what do you call it? The collection where Lynn and other photographers had taken pictures of different blues women,
Mm.
and they called it the Women in the Blues collection. Hmm. It was in the
Yeah.
it was down in the National Blues Museum in Memphis.
Well, that's the thing. You have this lush songbook of multi genres of gospel and jazz, soul, blues, country, and your style was and is so sophisticated, outrageous, Broadway glamorous, sexy, and so much more. As you mentioned, your mother made so many of the costumes and stage attire as well, and most of the wigs, the blonde wigs, have given you the moniker the Black Blonde Bombshell, right?
The original Black Blonde Bombshell.
That's right. Often imitated, never duplicated.
Never.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, tell us about taking you back to Vegas, seeing Ike and Tina Turner for the first time, and then telling your mother, "I'm going to sing with him one of these days." Tell us about that.
Okay, I was 14.
Wow.
I was 14 years young, and I was singing opera. And Ike and Tina came on TV, and I looked at it and said, "Oh, Mama, that's what I need." And my mom looked at me and said, "Yeah, baby." Pat me on my head, go sit down somewhere. Then later on that same day, later on evening, she played a Jimmy Smith uh, song or album or whatever it was. And I told her, I said, "Oh, Mama, I'm gonna sing with him."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my mom looked at me like I was crazy. Because again, I'm singing opera, see?
Mm-hmm.
So in 1977, I was in LA, and it's too long of a story, but let me go to the chase. In 1977, I got hired by Ike November the 3rd, and I got hired by Jimmy Smith November the 3rd, same month, same day, same year.
Holy cow, that's amazing.
That is a true story.
Mm,
And in my book, I explain that.
yes.
I explain how it happened, what happened.
There it
But
is. Free base ain't free. Tell us about that. What was it like? I mean, it's absolutely a page turner. It is absolutely riveting.
yeah,
There you- What was the inspiration for writing it, and what was the writing process like for
the
you?
inspiration for me writing that is Ike got a dirty deal. And I'm very, very serious about this. A lot of people say that how you treat one woman, how a man treats one woman, he's not going to treat another woman the same. That's true. Because if he had hit me, he would have got shot. Okay? Nah, simple as that.
Or at least that baseball bat your mother had.
No, no. No. I wouldn't have time to find no bat.
There would be no time for the bat.
Nope. Yeah. But here's the truth. The truth is this. Some women like to get hit. If you don't hit them, you don't love them. Well, I wasn't one of them kind of women. Not only that, I didn't look at Ike as a bed partner. I looked at Ike as a very, very creative, genius musician. And I was so glad to be there around him. Guess what? How many people can sing with Jimmy Smith and sing with Ike Turner all in the same 3 years? That's jazz to rock and roll to jazz. How do you do that?
That's right.
I was, first of all, I need you to know that I admired them. I was grateful to be there with them. Guess what? If they hadn't meant me any harm, they could have done anything to me. And that's the truth. But they didn't. They didn't, and I respect them to the day I die. I will respect them and I will love them until the day that I die. And the reason I wrote this book is because Ike was lied on. He was not like that. The man was brilliant. Not only was he brilliant, he didn't have a mentality for violence. He really didn't. And I'm proof of that because of all the dumb stuff I did around him. Okay. Guess what? It's half the stuff that I was around him doing. He could have went off and knocked my head over there. But he understood that I didn't know any better. And he just got a dirty deal.
Mm.
He got a dirty deal because he wasn't like that. The man was about his music. He was about creating. He was about success. And he was taken advantage of because he wasn't aware of his talent. He wasn't aware of what a musical genius he was. He was not aware of any of that. And he was taken advantage of and made to look like he was a monster, and he wasn't.
Were you ever able to express that to him? Did he ever know you felt that way?
Eventually, yes. Yeah, before he died. He died December the 12th, 2007. And I got a chance to tell him that. When he came out of jail, I had put the whole show back together for him. And we had a party in my mom's backyard. And we presented the new Ikettes and this here and that there. It was a barbecue and it was a festive occasion. And I got scared of me. He said, Spook, you got a brain. What would you do to me? I said, what? Guess what? Honest to God, that's the truth.
Mm.
So I wrote the book because I'm hoping somebody will make a movie of my life and put this in there, or make a movie of his life and put me in there.
Mm.
I hope somebody does something because he wasn't like that, Jim.
Mm.
He really wasn't.
Has there been talk of that, interest in doing that, putting it into movie form?
It's gonna be talk when I get through with this here. Oh, I'm gonna wear some folks now.
Well, once you tell them, the producers, that you're a Loverty on the Jim Masters Show live, all doors are going to open up. They're going to be knocking down your door. Absolutely, absolutely, my friend.
Help.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to show the cover of that book. Um, the title. Tell us about the title for those maybe not familiar.
Face had to do with in the 80s. Uh,
Mhm.
entertainers were dealing with a lot of drugs, cocaine, and there came up a thing called freebase. Freebase, when you would take cocaine that was like 95% pure, okay, and you would take it and you would put it in a little bottle, like a little, oh, I don't know what you call them bottles, medicine bottle, uh, uh, with the black cap that you screwed on, and you put a little water in there and a little ether in there, and then you put the cocaine in there, and then you would uh uh shake it up, shake it around. Some people shake it up, shake it. Anyway, then you would take it, and the cocaine would go to the top. You take the top off. The cocaine would go up to the top of the bottle, and you take a, what do you call them things, like a turkey baster?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and you would pull the top off of, because there would be a line. You could see a line that would separate the water and the ether from the cocaine, the pure cocaine. And you take a tote or eyedropper, and you would take that and you put it on a mirror, or you put it on a glass table. And what would happen is when it dries, it, they called it trees. It looked like snowflakes. It was like trees look like snowflakes. And then you scrape it up, and then you put it in a pipe, and then you smoke it and spend all your money. That's what you do.
Yeah. The money's gone in a puff of smoke rather quickly. Yeah.
Let me tell you something, Jim. I've tell you this in the book. Y'all gotta get this book.
Yes.
Anyway, this particular instance, I have to tell you this. I met Ike, and when I met Ike, and we was traveling and doing this and doing that, and he had a private jet. Anyway, he told me, he said, one day he said, go and book us some, we were going somewhere. Go book us a flight, first class to, oh, I don't know, Aruba, where we was going. I turned around, Jim, and I said, book us a flight on a public airplane? He, he said, yeah. I said, what we doing on a public airplane? Guess what? Honest to God, this is the truth. Raise my right hand to God. He said, we going to wherever we said we was going to. I said, I'm not getting on no public airplane. I want to get in the jet. He said, I smoked it up. I said, you did what? he said,
I smoked it. You would have been on it in first class, but he smoked it up.
he said, I smoked it up.
That is a lot of smoke.
You mean I smoked? You
That's
smoked
a lot of jet fuel.
Guess what? What you mean you smoked it up? Wait a little. He said, wait a minute, hold it. Now see, if he was gonna knock me out, he should have knocked me out then. That's when I knew that man wasn't like that. Because I was running my mouth, Jim. I was mad. And guess what? Didn't have no business being mad. You know, he said, hold this minute. It's my jet. I can do what I want to do, and I smoked it up. Now go get the plane tickets, will you? I said, okay.
Yes, sir.
Because he was right.
Mm. Lynn says, ask Holly about the stairway. It's kind of, well, ask her. The stairway.
Well, I don't know if I can tell you that one.
Is there a way to dance around the perimeter? Or
No, it's not. I have to go straight for the raw on that one.
you're right for the The
Yeah, I have
jugular.
to go straight for the raw on that one. No.
Read the book. Read the book.
That's what. Read the book. I have to go straight. Honest to God.
Yeah. Now tell us. Oh, Abby's here. Abby Sparks. And she says, Holly, loving your interview. Miss you. That's Abby's here.
Abby, I miss you
Halle. Um, we say, as I mentioned on this show, it's about light, love, positivity, inspiration, humor, a whole host of things, like an entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We do everything on the show. One of the big things is levity, and the viewers call themselves levities. They say this is Levity Hole. They call me Mr. Levity. They have already welcomed you as one of our levities. And you're very big about love is. Tell us about that whole theme of love is, Holly Thee.
You know what? Everything I've gone through, it has just made me so full of love. Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's. I don't care. I don't care what your problem is. Guess what? Love it. Love the fact you had a problem so that you can love to solve it. Because if you don't have problems in your life, you won't learn how to solve things.
Right.
You have to, you know what? And you have to love yourself first. I mean, you have to love yourself first in order to love somebody else. Jim, and all you lovities, I just love myself. I love myself so much I make people sick of me. Okay. Okay. But those people.
Well, we love you here.
Yeah, but those people I can love because they need that. You understand? They need to be loved. And that's what love is for me. Man, Jim, I've had such an awesome life till there's nothing I regret. Oh, only one thing. I wish I had known how pretty I was. I wish I had known how talented I was. I wish I had known how smart I was. But now that I know, and I'm sure of it, y'all better watch out now.
Here she comes. The train's coming to your station next. I love that. That's it. That's it. She took the long way, but she took the right way. Truth, Lynn says. And Catherine Adams says, Holly shows that genuine love every day of her life. And I think that's really, really beautiful. We have a song here. Let's see if we can pull this up here. And this one, I think we're really excited about sharing this one. Now, you are in this fantastic gold dress, this fantastic outfit. And I want to surprise everybody. I want to play it, and then we can talk about it after and what it meant. You are just absolutely on fire in this presentation here. Let's surprise everybody.
Jim, I made that dress.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Here it is, everybody. She is just multi-talented in so many different ways. Let's take a look. It's going to knock your socks off here, literally. And then we'll talk about it when we come back. Here it is. The one and only Holly Thee Maxwell on stage doing her thing.
You better take me home with you. Because this is living history. Don't wait till I die. And then all of a sudden, I'm great. I'm great now, yo. You know what? I ain't gonna, I don't wanna, I can't get things to you. You know what? I can't stand the rain. Listen, I see you over there. No, I'm pushing this because. No, guess what? I got to push this while I'm here. See that man over there with that white hat? Raise your hand, Papa. That's my daddy. I said daddy. He got all that gray hair. You know he my daddy. No, I'm just kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Maurice Mills over there. A very good friend of mine. He's got my CDs over there. Please go get one, because if you don't, I'm going to come and pester the hell out of you. So you better get one now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the band a big round of applause. How many of you are from out of town? Where are you from? You right, come on. Where you from? Huh? You round the corner too. Anybody from across the water? I ain't coming to you. Over there? Where you from, baby? Where? Hitler. What? Denmark. That's what I'm talking about. You take me home with you, baby. And if your wife don't like it, just tell her to move on. Anybody else from out of town? Oh, Jennifer Noble. She's from England. She's another one of our fans that are taking our pictures. All these photographers I'm talking about are over at the Coast to Coast collection, over at the Firecat Gallery. Okay, y'all go and check it out. It stops June 18th, and I want y'all to know it was the first done, and it was done by Lynn Orman Weiss, who we are honoring this evening. Let's give her a big round of applause. Okay, here we go. We try to keep it time schedule, ain't that so? Come on, baby, don't Baby, come on, baby, don't stop walking my door. To that same old place, sweet home, Chicago. Come on, baby, don't go. Baby, don't come on and go to that same old place. Sweet home, Chicago. I say, come on, baby, come on, baby. You got to go home. You need to go to the same old place. Sweet home, Chicago. Come on. Sweet home, 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 sweet home. Y'all better clap because I'm really mad. And then I just laugh. Sweet home, Chicago. I'd like to thank Steve Taylor for singing for me. He's here from London, England. So Steve Taylor, let's hear it for the man who gave me the chance to go do.
Unbelievable. That was spectacular. And just listening to the audience too, and how into it, all the conversation and the laughter and then singing along and everybody. That was some night, huh? Tell us about that.
You're not going to believe this, but I was actually losing my voice.
Were you really?
Yeah.
You'd never know it. That means you're a pro. You never know it.
Yeah, I was actually, but you know what? I throw myself into what I'm doing. I have to make the audience, we feed back and forth, and I mess with people. I mess with people all day. In fact, that's my life. I have two friends sitting here now watching. I mess with them all the time. And it's like the feeding. They feed me. The audience feeds me, and they make me just do whatever is within me to do in order to entertain them. I have no idea sometimes what I'm gonna do, Jim. I have no idea, and I don't like, not unless it's not unless we're doing the Grammys, or we're doing the Stellar Awards or something like that. Okay, I know there's a schedule and there's this, that, that. I hate those things, but to just perform and just be free and
Yeah.
do what I'm going to do, that's what I love.
Mm. Isn't that the best? I mean, because and like you said, you really like to play off the energy of the audience. And when you step in to your element like that, I would imagine you can gauge an audience, you can gauge the vibe, and you can respond to what that energy is right on the spot, right?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why I make sure that when I hit that stage, my costume grab them. It grabs them.
Yeah.
And when that when you know the visual thing is part of how you come out at the end of your performance. If you don't grab them, bam, like this, hey. And my mom taught me that.
She did.
So yeah, my mom taught, oh honey, I got a book I can show you of some of the costumes she made. You wouldn't believe.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't you really wouldn't believe.
She wanted you to succeed. She
Oh,
wanted you.
she wanted me to be the best that ever was.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did that. If I
Absolutely.
don't do it no more.
Yeah. Tell us about the room that you're in. A lot of people were asking about this cool room that you're in. You have a lot of amazing photos behind you. Is that a lot of your life behind you on the wall there, Holly
Yes,
V?
that's my family. Uh let me see what I'm looking at. Over here, that's my mom and dad when they got married. That's my great grandmother here at the round. That's my cousin Catherine. That's me. When I was 5 years old, I was a majorette for Ida B. Wells. Uh, this, I'll do that. That's my mother, her mother, her mother, and me. 4 generations. That's my mother. That's me. That's me and my mother. That's my mother. That's Ike Turner. Ike Turner over there. Uh, over by Ike Turner. That's my grandmother and my grandfather. That's me and my mother down there. I'm riding a horse. Okay, I'm on a horse. That's my mother when she was in high school. That's my mother and her two brothers and her mother. That's my mother over there singing opera. And that's Lynn right there when she won the Women of the Blues Award. And that big picture up there is me when I was in high school. And that picture under there is me and my 100-year-old friend.
Just looking at all that, that's really, really beautiful. A lot of life lived there, huh? And
Yeah,
that wall.
history. Yeah, it's history.
Yeah.
And this is the picture. This is the picture right here. Let me move out the way. This picture right here. That picture right there is the picture that Ike Turner picked when he picked me to take Tina's place. And my mom made this. My mom made the ostrich feathers and all the ostrich feathers around there. That's the picture.
That picture, that picture says 1,000 words. Yeah, that's the picture, like you say. Ike Turner chose you to replace Tina Turner, which was an extraordinary. That opportunity, when that opportunity came, you must have been pinching yourself because that was a big opportunity, huh?
Well, it's in the book.
That's right.
uh,
And it's on sale now. Make a great stocking stuffer.
it's on sale now. PayPal.me / freebase ain't free. Anyway,
Perfect.
yeah, it was a great opportunity. But I don't want to tell too much, Jim,
Yeah, yeah.
because it's amazing how I got to him
Yes.
after the prediction. You see, I
Yeah.
predicted at 14 years old,
Unbelievable.
yeah, that I was going to be with him, and I predicted I was going to sing with Jimmy Smith
Mm,
at 14 years old, the same day when I
mm.
was 14 years old. And then I met both of them the same day, same month, same year, and got hired by them. Same month, same day, same year. So I don't want to give that away. Y'all get the book.
Y'all get that book. That's right. That's right. Let's see. I think we have something else here. Let me see if I can find where it is, what it is. I know we have got a couple things here, but
Yeah, go ahead.
what's been the response to the book so far? What are people
So far,
saying? And
people that read the book, they're amazed. They are amazed that they're amazed about how Ike really was.
yeah,
They're amazed about what he and I went through because of the lies. See, I stuck with him. I stuck with him through all the lies. And I'll say this, then this is in the book. For me to have had to rock him in my arms when he had tears in his eyes because of a rape that he never committed. Y'all can't imagine. Y'all can't imagine what that was like. You cannot imagine what that was like for me. I knew then that Ike had given up. I knew then because they lied on him. He didn't rape Tina. But I hung with him all the way to the end. Well, all the way to damn near the end. I had to come home and take care of my mom, I told you. But they destroyed his life. He wasn't like that. That's all I can tell you. And
Merlin in Canada is asking, have you heard it all over the years from Tina?
no, she don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. Right. Exactly. We have another great clip here that we found, which we're going to share because we really want them to hear you doing your thing and your extraordinary voice and personality on stage.
Oh my God, Jim, don't play that, please.
That one there that they sent us?
Don't play that, please.
What is that one? Do you know? Remember?
Please don't play that.
You got it. Yeah, they sent it along to us to play,
Yes.
but we will.
I'm asking you, don't play that.
Yeah, we won't play that. Is it in the book?
It ought to be.
It ought to be. Now everybody's teased. They sent that to us to play, but you are the judge and jury on that one, so we will not play that one. We appreciate them sending that one, but we will not.
I don't appreciate it because I told them not to send it.
Oh well. Oh well.
Okay, now.
Have you started decorating your Christmas tree yet?
No.
You said that fast.
Guess what? You changed the subject fast, so I answered fast.
I'm very smooth at that. I've learned over the years being a television host. How about this? I got another one for you.
He said, how about this?
How about this? TWA flight to Spain, the first time a band ever played on an airplane, and Holly and her 4-piece band did that. Now, what was that experience like?
Oh, that was my first time going out the country.
Am I smooth or what?
Yeah, smooth, baby. Boy, you so smooth. Guess what? You want to get married?
Oh, well, Alan Winkler, I think, is already knocking at the door, isn't
Oh,
he?
yeah, that's right. I forgot about
You
him.
got Alan. You got Alan.
Anyway,
But if it doesn't work out with Alan,
I guess, I know. Anyway, listen, that was my first time going out the country.
that's an amazing thing, huh?
And what happened was, I didn't know, like I told you, I didn't know. I really didn't know any better. I didn't know how historic that was. Performing live on a TWA 747 jet. You know when they had the lounges upstairs on the planes?
Yeah, very
That's what,
fancy, and yeah,
that's where we were.
and you used to get a lot more than just peanuts.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what we were, jumping up and down and singing and playing drums and pianos and everything. And we flew from Chicago to Spain. I had to perform for President Franco at I was in what was it? Torremolinos,
Yeah.
Torremolinos, Spain. And you know, I got pictures and I got news articles. I got all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, oh, I got all this stuff. But anyway, and we did that. And like I said, we performed for President Franco. And I had 3 male singers called the New Day. They were like the Pips. We was like Gladys Knight, the Pips. And then we had 4 musicians that we called the Chicago Fire. Okay, it was a wonderful package, Jim. And one of the things, I mean, we were excellent. We were excellent, Jim.
Yeah.
And we love, but let me tell you, you want to hear something funny? You want to hear
Yeah.
funny?
Absolutely.
I'm walking down the streets. My bodyguard and my roadie, he was like 6'4", and he weighed about 350. And my husband at the time, who was a hairstylist, had dyed his hair fiery red. And his hair was like this. And we walked now. And we walking down the streets of Torremolinos, Spain. And back then, 72, you know, we wore mini dresses. Okay? I had this little short mini dress on, but Jim, I was fine. Oh, I was fine. I knew I was fine. And I had this long black hair down to my hips. And we was walking down the street and everybody was looking at us. And I said, what's wrong? Why they looking at us? I'm pulling my dress down. His name, we called him Heavy. Heavy said, I don't know, but if we got a problem, I got you. I said, okay. He kept on walking, but came on back, did some shopping, came back. We went out to the beach because I felt so self-conscious, these people looking at me crazy. So we went out to the hamburger stand that was on the beach, and the guy named Frank. And I asked him, I said, Frank, why is everybody looking at us like that? I said, is my dress too short? He said, no. He says, your friend here looks like a Pakistani. But they've never seen Pakistanians with hair so fiery red. Okay? He said, you look, we 100 miles from Africa. He said, we ain't never seen a woman with long hair and a pointed nose and a short dress. I said, oh, okay. I thought the they was getting ready to lock me up because my dress was so short. I didn't know.
That is amazing.
They said, we're 100 miles from Africa. They ain't never seen nobody like you.
Right. That is funny. I tell you.
Oh, God.
You know, and like you say, South Africa too. We have some viewers that watch from South Africa too. I mean, your stories are very profound. Of course, racial, social justice, and you are Holly the Maxwell. As much as you are the extraordinary entertainer, you are the proud activist as well, right? Tell us about that and the importance of that in your life.
Well, what was very important to me was I wasn't conscious of what was going on here in America because I could sing, and it didn't touch me when Martin Luther King was marching and John Kennedy got killed and his brother got killed. I was just so oblivious of that kind of stuff. And then we went to Africa in 1978, and we went to South Africa, and we went to this hotel called the Tolman Towers. That's with me, Jimmy's wife, and the rest of the musicians stayed. And I walked around, and I'm the kind of person, I'll venture out. I will venture out. Anyway, make a long story short, I met this guy, and I can't remember his name, but I'll just call him Midnight Blue. Okay, he was so black, he was blue, Jim, and he was a wonderful guy. Oh, he was wonderful. He took me into the villages. He took me and he explained to me about how they had colored and they had black and they had white. And that by me being an American citizen over there, that made me an honorary white. So what he tell me that for? I went to dressing up like a black African and got on the white only buses. and and they wanted to throw me off the bus because they thought I was black South African. But I would put my passport out and I say, I'm a black American, which means I'm an honorary white, which means I can ride this white only bus. Well, Jim, I started something over there. I didn't know. I really didn't know what I was starting. I really didn't know. But I knew that I didn't understand about color, black, and then white until I started going around to Orlando was colored, Soweto was black, and then you had the white areas, and it was a mess. It was a mess, and I just got militant. I got you said activist. I got militant. I got hostile, and then I started realizing what was happening here. I went all the way over there to find out what was happening here in the United States. It never touched me before, and then it dawned on me about Martin Luther King and what was going on here, and oh God, we refused to play. I told Jimmy, I said, I'm not going to sing. I'm not going to sing until they integrate the Coliseum Theater. He said, well, what? I said, listen, let me tell you what's going on. And I explained it to him. He said, oh, well, wait. Well, no, we're not going to play. We're not going to play. I said, okay. So make a long story short, they integrated the Coliseum Theater. That was in 1978. Mm-hmm. And I was walking around there. I fired cab company because when I walked up to the cab, they thought I was a black South African. So I had them fired. Mm-hmm. And then one story, and you'll love this one. I dressed my head up with the thing, and I put bones in my nose, and I put big old earrings on, and I got on the white only bus, Jim, and the bus driver says, I do say, we do not ride black South African. I looked at him, Jim, and I said, you know what? And I whooped my passport out. I said, I'm a Black American, which means I'm an honorary white, which means I can ride this damn bus. Bam! I said, "'Tis a lovely day, 'tisn't it?" Guess what he was? That man was red. Guess what? I rode with him to the end of the line and rode him back and just kept on talking. He didn't want to talk to me, but I just kept talking anyway. Yeah, that happened.
Where do you think that spunk, that energy, that passion comes from? Was that instilled into you early to fight for what's right?
Yeah, my mom was a fight. My mom was, yeah, my mom, she didn't take nothing. She didn't take nothing. If it wasn't right, you wasn't gonna get her to go for it. Okay, I know I got that, honestly.
Yeah.
I got that, honestly. And then my father was very, very intelligent. He graduated from Tuskegee Institute. She graduated from Northwestern. So they were different kind of Black people back then, you see. So here I am.
Here you are, I tell you.
Yeah, here I am.
You come from, as they say, great stock. Absolutely, absolutely. Which I think is amazing. Somebody asked, of all the different genres of music that you've touched, what really speaks to your heart the most? Would it be the blues? I mean, you've done opera, you've done so many different styles.
Classical music.
Classical is first for you.
Classical is first.
Yeah,
I never. Let me tell you something. Now, I might get a lot of slack on this one, but I'm going to say it. I was never into the blues. I never understood the blues because I was never depressed. So I wasn't no blues singer. And then let me tell you, when I had my operation, right, and I couldn't sing, right?
Some people might not know that too, that there was an operation that caused that result, right?
Guess what? But I still can't sing, and I ain't no blues singer. That's what my point is. I can't sing, and I still ain't no blues singer. I love classical music, and I just wish that I had been able to continue that. I really do, because I love classical music. I used to, when I clean my home, I don't do it now. The housekeeper does it. But when I used to clean my house, I used to put classical music on.
Yeah.
And let it go all through the house.
Yeah. It's very stirring, and it really gets to the emotions, right?
Yes.
Do you like Christmas music too? Did you sing Christmas music over the years? Christmas songs? No Christmas.
No. I sang New Year's, Old Lang Syne, baby.
Oh yeah, Old Lang Syne, right?
My drummer told me, "Get down." I said, "I am getting down." He pulled me down on the ground. Woman shot at me. I will never sing no New Year's Eve no more. Now.
That is funny. Now, I mentioned some of the accolades and all the fun we're having. Chicago Blues Hall of Fame twice, Chicago Music Awards, Lifetime Achievement Award, Women in the Blues, Blues Woman of the Year. Tell us about, I mean, and that's just a short list. I mean, there's so many incredible honors and awards and accolades. And I know that is not why you do what you do. You have to do this, right? This is in you. You've always had to perform, entertain, inspire, lift people up through your art, through your creativity, through your voice, through your personality. But those accolades and those awards have been truly a joy and an honor for you, I'm sure, over the years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of them. I also got a resolution when Emmanuel, the mayor Emmanuel, what's his name? Oh Lord, I should have said that. But anyway, the mayor Emmanuel.
Yeah, Rahm Emanuel.
Yeah, and Pat Dow, the alderman, they gave me a resolution for my longevity and for being an asset in the entertainment field. And the city council of Chicago. I got that. Yeah.
Alan says, girl, you better do some Hanukkah music. Alan Winkler.
What?
Alan Winkler says, girl, you better do some Hanukkah music.
Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila. Oh, that's it.
That's it. Juanita, who's in yeah. Juanita is actually one of our lovely viewers from South Africa. And she says, lots has happened in our country since then. Luckily, already 24 years since Nelson Mandela became the first Black president, politicians still using the racial card. But at grassroots, we as South African love our diversity and our people.
And you know what? I need to tell her, Juanita, I'm very glad that you've come a long way, because South Africa, man, opened my eyes up to a lot of things that were going on here in America, which opened my eyes up to a lot of things that were going on there. So God bless you and God speed you on. And if I was over there, boy, look here, it'd be a fight.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Lynn says also, Black Musicians Matters is your new commitment to musicians in need due to the pandemic. That is a very beautiful cause. Tell us about that.
Yeah, these are the t-shirts, and they're on my website, and you can get them. I'm donating money to Chicago Black musicians that, they're struggling now, Jim. This pandemic, man, I'm a musician. God bless me. Thank you, Father. But there are a lot of musicians, Jim, that they're not working. They can't tour. They can't do jobs. Clubs are closed. They have families. They have homes. They have babies. And they need help. So I came up with this Black Musician Matters. And this is the t-shirt. And we got about 4 or 5 different t-shirts, different sizes. But you can find it. I have a GoFundMe page. Black Musicians Matter. You can also go to, if you're on Facebook, go to Facebook, Black Musicians Matter, and you will see the link. Please keep donating, because in fact, I've got a musician I got to see Saturday to help him out. I'm just helping whatever I can do. And under the name of Black Musicians Matter, I'm also giving out food to, you don't have to be a musician. I had one lady, and she's on my Facebook page. Her and she was homeless, and her kids, 4 kids, homeless. So I've gone there and I've taken food, money, but I mean, single-handedly, except for my godson, who has been helping me. His name is Mike Robert Jones. We call him Mike Davis. But we go single-handedly and we go help people. I'm trying to, next year, I want to get funded. I want to get grants to keep helping musicians, because you know what? We're cheated out of money. This ain't got nothing to do with the pandemic. We're cheated out of our money, of what we should get. We don't get, we haven't gotten, and we still don't get what we really deserve, what's fair to us. And it's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it, so I guess it's me. And I'm going to continue fighting for Black musicians. And I say Black musicians, not that all musicians don't matter, but this is a time and an era where we've got to stand up for Black musicians, because we have been the nuclei of every music, the gospel, the R&B, the blues. We have been the nuclei of every music that has been created. So it's time for us to stand up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I just want to show people, we've pulled up, there's your official website as well, that people can they can go to, and I think that's fantastic. It's
that
website. Yeah,
that's Holle, HOLLE, theemaxwell.love, LOVE.
We like that.
See, lovelies, I was already with you.
All the lovelies out there. There's that website for you, folks. Really, really beautiful. And so, so much has gone on in your life. I mean, there really should be a movie on your life. The experiences that you've had are unbelievable. And, it's just, when you look at all of this, Holle, and folks your music is available at a lot of different locations too, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, my music is available on my website. The T-shirts are available on my website. Anything, book is available on my website.
Exactly.
Everything is available on my website. We've got coming out in February. You might want me back then, Jim.
Are you kidding me? We want you back tomorrow. All the guests say they have such a fun time and easy, casual, cool time with us. They always ask, can I come back? And if somebody at the last minute can't come on, can I, there's like a standby waiting list, which is absolutely amazing. But yes, you can come back anytime, my friend.
Well, I'd like to come back in February. I'll tell you how come. I'm releasing a song that Ike and I wrote.
Wow.
He's singing it. I'm singing the words. He did the music for Black History Month. I'm honoring a man. He'll be 101 years old. Black History Month. And I want to do for my book. All that makes sense to me.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Speaking of all of this, as much as you are a talent, an entertainer, an icon, a legend, somebody who likes to have a lot of fun, you've got an amazing sense of humor. You roll with the punches. Sometimes you punch back when you need to, and that's good too. Sometimes you have to. You are a real spirit and a real mentor to so many people. I know you and I had this great conversation before we went live, and I think it's worth sharing. talking about it's the importance, no matter what we do in our lives, and even in my industry, in television and radio and stage and all, that I always pay heed, tip my hat, and acknowledge those who paved the way and those who set the stage, so I could rise and show and do my thing and live my passion and my dreams. You're a big believer in that. And it's very important that we do that in all aspects of our lives. It doesn't have to be music. It doesn't have to be film, television, stage, just in any aspect of living, to really honor, pause, and celebrate and raise a glass to those who fought the fight, whatever it is, to pave the way for all of us. I think sometimes we lose that a little bit. Our society loses that because we're caught up in the day to day, and we forget, or almost sometimes with the speed of society and everybody just talking about the now, that we sort of push aside those who have done it, who've created, who have built it. And I know it's very important to you. A part of your message is that people do pay heed and share some love to those who have really put those bricks in the wall and that built that foundation for everybody else, right?
You know what I think about Marian Anderson? I think about Sammy Davis Jr. I think, oh my God, Paul Robeson. I think, and these are, I hate to say it, yes, I'm black prone. I think about,
These are amazing people you just described. Absolutely.
yes, Grace Bumby, Leontine Price. See, these are people that inspired me. Marian Anderson. These are people that inspired me. Oh, I love Lona Flana. I love Diane Carroll. But
Sidney
these,
Poitier.
yeah, I love. Guess what? You got a picture with him, child. Anyway, they didn't send you a picture with him. I got a picture with him.
Sidney.
Anyway, yeah, we'll get it.
When you come back, we'll show it.
We'll get it to you. But these people are the I call them the stompers.
Yeah.
The mud stumpers.
Yeah.
They are the mud stumpers that broke the barriers for me to be sitting here. And I, within my soul, I honor them every day, because I don't forget the Nina Simones, the Dakota Statons, the Jimmy Smiths. Oh, it's so many. It's so many. And these kids, they ain't got a clue. They don't have a clue. And somebody needs to, I don't know if it'll be me or not, but somebody needs to put the musical history in the schools so that people will know, how come you rapping? You know, how come you are rapping? How come you singing country? How come you black music? That's it. That's how come all this other stuff is going on musically. And that's the truth, whether anybody wants to admit it or not. But that's the truth. And I am so passionate about children knowing that, teenagers knowing it. Guess what? They don't, some of them will walk around, they don't even know how come they like music. I just think that with my organization, Black Musician Matters, I want to branch out to do these things. You see, it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a while. But I think that me being resilient and me being persistent, everybody knows me, knows I am persistent. I'll get on your nerves. Okay, I think that I'll be able to make a difference with these children to know, to respect why they're doing what they're doing with music. Because they don't know. They really don't know. And that's the truth.
Well said. Beautifully said, Holly Thee. What are some of the things that continue to inspire you and give you great joy and blessing in your life and in your career, that when you wake up every day, you love life and appreciate where you've come from and the people that you've had exposure to, all the way from the very beginning with your folks to the people today that come into your life? What are some of those things that continue to inspire and bring you that great blessing and joy?
Me and God. That's it.
Yeah. You have a wonderful relationship with God, right?
Yes, I do. Yes. Yes, I do. Quiet is kept. Not too many people hear me say that. But I know that I am a favored child. I know that I'm a blessed child. And I know that whatever my heart's desire is, it's going to happen. I know that. I have no doubt.
Have over the years you've called upon your faith during tough times and tribulations?
Absolutely. When I was eating out of garbage cans. Yeah. Yes.
Well, what's one thing that's beautiful about it is even over those years past that, where were in those predicaments and have done well for yourself, you still always thanked, the source, and you've always thanked those opportunities that have come your way, and have always relied on the faith and never grew too big for yourself. You always, I think it's very simplistic and very humble. I mean, you're a big personality. You have a lot of vim and vigor and zest and passion, but behind all of that and deep inside are those simple joys and blessings and understandings of the human condition that are so essential, that were instilled in you early on by your parents, and that still remain today, right?
It remains, it will remain. A lot of people misjudge me. They get the wrong impression of me because the fact I'm not a pushover, okay? And they get the wrong impression of me. They think I'm trying to control something, or they think I'm trying to bully, or that no, I'm just gonna do it right. I'm just gonna do it right, and I'm gonna do it correctly. And I'm going to correct what is incorrect for me. That's all it is. It's simple. I wake up in the mornings. Yeah, would you believe I go to health club? I go to gym. And my friend, he's 100 years old. He goes with me. In fact, he worries me to death. He tried to kill me.
It works too hard, huh?
Yeah, he'll come knock on the door and say, "Let's go," and I'll be saying, "Where?" Like I don't know.
What are you talking about? What's going on again?
But my point is, I wake up in the morning and I love life. I love my life. I love what I am. I love what I have accomplished, and I love what I know I'm going to accomplish. In spite of it all, I'm going to do what God has put me here to do, in spite of it all. And I care less who doesn't understand it. I care less what you say. I don't guess what, you have no idea what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm
Right.
just doing it. You see,
Living life.
doing it, and I'm driven to do it, and I'm going to keep on doing it until I'm done. That's the way I feel about it.
And even then, you'll still be around. Your energy will still be
I'll
here.
talk to everybody.
Making sure everybody else is towing the line.
Yeah, I'll be around here ghosting and haunting people.
That's amazing. If somebody was to ask you, which I'm about to do now, how you define who Holly the Maxwell is, how do you define who she is? How do you describe her?
Complex. Complicated but simple. As long as you're truthful. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's it. That's what it is. And that's a beautiful way of being, because it's authentic and it's real. And people know that about you. I think that's why all those years that you've been performing, things sell out, while you've received the awards and everything else. But still, people know behind all of that, it's the real deal. Holly the Maxwell is the real deal. And they relate to you in so many different ways because you're so open and emotive and expressive and empathetic. You get when they're not having a good day. You get when they're scared and they're fearful, no matter what the scene is, because you've been there yourself. We're all human. We're all still works of art that are fine tuning. None of us are perfect, and we're all works in progress. And that's a beautiful thing. And you share all of that with your audience and your fans and friends. And that's not everybody's always that transparent. Not everybody's always that, giving, but you are, because no other way, right?
I don't. I really don't. I'm an open book. Anybody that wants to fool me, they can think they can, because I'm predictable, which makes me very unpredictable. Because you attempt to cheat me. I've had people in my career smile and grin at me. Okay, the entertainment business. Smile and grin at me, slap me on my back, stroke me, whatever. And then all of a sudden I do a left turn on them.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm called crazy. That's when I'm called she's difficult. That's when I'm called you can't control her. Well, that's the truth. You can't control me because you're lying. And when you're lying, it will not work with me, because I will sit and watch and pay attention and observe, no matter how long it takes, until I get what I need to do. And I have plenty of witnesses for that. I have plenty of witnesses for that. I go along, I go along, I go along, I go along. But eventually I know that my time is coming. And that's my faith. That's my God. That's my spirituality that no one can take from me. And I will hang in there until I can't hang no more. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what you would say to somebody watching this live right now, or maybe in the archives on our Jim Masters TV YouTube channel, who is questioning those things in their own life, to hang in there, to don't give up, be true to you.
No, don't give up. Don't give up. I'm 75. And I know I look good, honey. I know I look good, because my heart, my spirit. There are no lines in my face because there wasn't any in my heart, Jim.
That's a great
Yeah,
that's a song right there if I ever heard one.
yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's the
That's
truth. There are no lines in my face because there wasn't any in my heart.
mm,
So I'm telling, I'm telling youngsters, people who want to, don't give up. Just do the right thing. Don't get strayed off in those superficial dreams. Don't get carried away with somebody telling you, "Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this." Guess what? Just sit there and keep moving with yourself and see if they do it. But you don't stop and wait on them. You keep moving with yourself because you know that that's what God wants you to do. And while you move with yourself, you just watch everything. Just watch and see what's going on. And just keep moving with yourself.
that's right. That's right. Keep moving and follow your heart and follow your dreams as you have done so beautifully, my friend. You really are an inspiration and refreshing too. Refreshing because of your authenticity and your passion and enthusiasm and understanding what life's really all about. This was really an extraordinary conversation and music and lots of laughs and viewer interaction with the Lovedies. And you are definitely welcome back anytime. And I hope the show met your expectations and you enjoyed the time with me as I certainly have with you, Holly V.
Jim, you are a breath of fresh air. I mean, you are a great big breath of fresh air. And I thank God for you. And I thank you for being interested in interviewing me. And I will come back. I will come back as much as you'll have me. And love is, love is. I love you.
I love that. That's exactly what it is. Exactly. Juanita in South Africa says, inspiring conversation. Thank you, Holly V, for your time. Great show, Jim. Keep well and good night, everyone. Bernadette says, thank you for your time, Holly V. Thanks, Jim, as always, and good night. And Alan, thanks you all for spending time with us. Absolutely. Kathleen Walker in New York City says, stay safe, Holly V, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Bernadette says, stay safe and stay well. Lots of lovity coming your way. Marilyn says, you're such an inspiration. Thank you for visiting with us this evening, Holly V, from Maryland and Wichita, Kansas. Beautiful, huh? I tell you, when people pour their heart out as well and they're inspired, that inspires me, and that's very big to me too. Like you do, I like to lift people up because I think, when you lift up others, you're also lifting up yourself too, and more people should realize that if everybody was lifting each other up, it would be so much more peaceful and beautiful.
Oh, wouldn't it be beautiful? It would be absolutely divine. It would be absolutely. Once before I leave now, can I do my little commercial for my book and my?
And Lynn says, many tears shed. Thank you. A lot of people moved by this conversation and your guest appearance on my show. And I just want to say to you, it was a blessing and an honor to have somebody like you here because you have such a story to tell and such life has been lived and continues to be. So for you to take time out of your busy schedule and at holiday time to join me and our viewers here is a true blessing. And we will always remember this, and we will always have the porch light on for you too.
Thank you, Jill. God bless you.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
God bless you.
There's the book.
Yeah. PayPal.me/Freebase Ain't Free. Or you can go to Holle, HOLLE, the Maxwell.love and find everything on my website. And I thank you so much, Jim. Lynn, thank you. Ralph, I thank you. And God bless it. God bless you all for being so receptive to me. And I'll see you. I'll see you soon.
You will. I'll be seeing you in all those familiar places. That's right. That's it. Well, we toast to you and somebody that was watching in tonight who's absolutely fallen in love with you. Oh yeah, you've got your glass, so let's make sure we do our toasts. Here's to you and
to the Lovelies, to Jim Masters, and to all of I'm just so honored. I'm honored to be here, and thank you for having me.
You are very, very welcome. Cheers to you and somebody else that enjoyed this evening who was watching along. Mr. George Burns enjoyed himself this evening.
Oh, Georgie Borgie.
Georgie, I tell you. And again, a couple more comments coming in before we say our final goodbye. Cheers. And Carmen, lots of hearts. And get this book. There you go. And that's .love. And I love you, Queen. That's from Carmen. Welcome, Carmen. And Elaine Lazarus watching on our YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us. She says, great show.
Thank you.
Good stuff, lovelies. I wish you nothing but continued good health, blessings, and continued opportunities to bless us all with your talent, your love, and your passion, HOLLE THEE MAXWELL. And we will see you soon. The door is always open. I can't wait to welcome you back. Have a blessed and joyous holiday season. And thanks for spending your time with us. We love it.
Same to you, and stay safe.
Absolutely. Take care, my friend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. The one and only HOLLE THEE MAXWELL. Extraordinary, huh? And again, her opportunity to be so open and emotive and real, I think that was fantastic. And Marilyn says the same. You're an inspiration. Thanks for visiting with us. And all these incredible comments that have been coming in throughout the night. I'm sure you learned some things too that maybe you didn't expect to learn. She really is extraordinary. There is, again, the book as well. HOLLE THEE MAXWELL. .love is the website. But again, when you look at this iconic career and all of these years of opportunity and passion and love, none of it was easy. Nothing in life you really want is always easy. But if you don't give up through thick and thin and you continue to move forward, which has a wonderful theme tonight, was that the resilience, the passion, the love for it, and no matter where life takes you and all the different directions and all the craziness of it, live it and live it in a way that fulfills your heart, because when that is the case, you will definitely, people will know that. People will know that you're living your truth. You're living the essence of who you are. And that's really cool. And it's amazing, on our show, we end up having these deep conversations as much as we have levity. And everybody says, Jim, you're bringing back the lost art of conversation. I think we are. And there we go. Beautiful shots here, huh? I love that one too. But then all in the early beginnings. And here she is today, still doing her thing and doing it her way as she blesses all of us. Really amazing too. And if you want to learn more, again, the website is a brilliant website, and the book as well. And hopefully a movie will come out. If so, we'll be first in line. And all books are autographed and include a single as well. So you can make a great gift too. All those books are available again at HOLLETheemaxwell.love. Don't forget the Facebook page too, Black Musicians Matter, that she talked about as well. I love HOLLE. Oh, everybody does. So classy. You better believe it. Absolutely. And peace to the Queen, living legend, Carmen. Absolutely spot on. Sherry says, another amazing show, Jim. And thank you, HOLLE THEE, for coming to Lovely Hall tonight. It's been an honor to meet you. And Elaine says, great show as well. Gang, this was extraordinary, and we really loved every second of it. And we do thank our very, very special guest, the extraordinary HOLLE THEE MAXWELL. Maybe you knew of her and now learned even more about her life. I think that's a blessing. Absolutely. And there is absolutely the website. You got it, Carmen. Very honest and authentic. Yes, Kathleen in New York City, you got it. Sure is. And Jennifer Barry in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Jim, for bringing her to us. Our pleasure. Absolutely. I want to let you know as well, as you know, we always have so many great shows. We're in the midst of the holiday season. We are live 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific every single day. And I balance this with my professional work. Tomorrow, we're on at an early time, live from Ireland. The very popular Irish band Corner Boy are going to be here. They're going to perform live. They are a major group in Ireland and Europe. They're going to perform live. We're going to be on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Don't miss it. Everybody's super excited about this. 3 p.m. Eastern. That's an earlier time. Usually we're 7 p.m. Eastern. We're doing 3 p.m. Eastern because it'll be 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. So we want to make sure that they're on at an earlier time and not what would be midnight for them if we did it at 7 p.m. So 3 p.m. tomorrow, that's Saturday. It's going to be a phenomenal afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which is Ireland, Scotland, and England. We have, believe it or not, we have 2 shows we're doing tomorrow. I tell you, 2 shows. Corner Boy will be here live and direct from Ireland. And then we have 2-time Grammy-winning producer, songwriter, musician, performer, Dennis Scott. He's all excited. He's responsible for so much music. He's going to be here live. That's tomorrow night. So 3 p.m. Eastern is Corner Boy live from Ireland. Then 7 p.m. Eastern, Dennis Scott, 2-time Grammy-winning songwriter, musician, and brilliant artist. He's going to be here at 7 p.m. on Saturday night. On Sunday, live from Ireland, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. In Ireland, Scotland, England, and other areas of Europe. Guess what? This extraordinarily popular singer, pop and folk, this is Roy Buckley. He's extremely popular, very respected, and really talented. He's going to be here live this Sunday, exclusively on the Jim Masters Show Live. Really cool guy. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, England, and other points in the area there. And really cool. And we have some more folks gracing our airwaves here on Monday at a very special time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. This is award-winning singer, songwriter, brilliant actress as well, Jill Uzdan. She's going to be with us as well, and we're very excited. She has been excited ever since we picked the date to have her come on. We were chatting today. She's going to perform live. She's got so many things lined up for us. We cannot wait. That is Monday. That's 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Then on Tuesday, look at this. We have American illustration, cartoonist, animation legend Bill Plimpton's going to be here. This is actually one of his illustrations of himself, and he's done it of so many others and created so many characters. We just announced this. This is breaking, actually, that on Tuesday, the one and only Bill Plimpton is going to be here, and we have so many amazing animations and visuals to show you during that show on Tuesday live. It's going to be extraordinary. Bill Plimpton is going to be here Tuesday. That's going to be 7 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Pacific. He's an extraordinary, renowned illustrator and cartoonist, animator, filmmaker, and so much more. Then on Wednesday, the extraordinary songwriter, as well as actress, performer, entertainer, award winner, and numerologist, too. Numerologist Bobby Horowitz is going to be here live from New York on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Then on Thursday, we have renowned caricaturist and illustrator. He's done years and decades of celebrity caricatures, and he is brilliant. This is the one and only Ken Fallon. He is respected. He is well known. He is extraordinary. He's a cool guy. He's going to be here again. He's going to show us some of his extraordinary works. He has done so much, and an amazing illustrator, cartoonist, caricatures, everything. But mainly it's those caricatures that he's known for. He's done caricatures on just about everybody, and they are incredible, absolutely incredible. These are just some of the folks who will be gracing our airwaves coming up, and we're very excited about it. It's going to be really, really, really exciting. And I absolutely can't wait. Also want to let you know that Emmett O'Hanlon is going to be here. Emmett O'Hanlon is going to be here on the 10th. That's going to be coming up. And he is amazing as well. And he is an Irish American baritone. You remember him from the very popular group Celtic Thunder. He's a dear friend of mine. His mother actually owns a great restaurant in Manhattan. He just came back from a wonderful, impressive gig singing with the opera in Germany. He was also with the Lyric Opera in Chicago, and he's going to be with us coming up on the 10th. And then we also have Tammy McCann. She is actually in Chicago as well. It's almost like Chicago night. She is in Chicago, and she's going to be joining us as well coming up. Look at the Facebook page. If you want to learn anything about the dates of all of these, or you need a repeat, go to our Facebook page, Jim Masters TV. Click like. We would love if you like. Tammy McCann is coming up in a week. And she's a brilliant jazz vocalist. Keith Harkin is coming up as well. You know him originally from Celtic Thunder. He's got a brilliant career. He's coming up. He's from Ireland, lives in LA, but he's on the road right now with his wife and child in Portugal. He's going to be live from Portugal. We can't wait. That's going to be really, really exciting as well. Connor McGinty, the brilliant singer, musician, iconic in so many ways. He's the cousin of Damian McGinty, you know, from Celtic Thunder. He's going to be here as well. Coming up, a very special holiday show and birthday show, the one and only Sir James Galway, one of the most renowned flautists in our time, and his lovely wife, Lady Jean Galway. They're going to be live from Switzerland. She's from America. He's from Ireland, Northern Ireland. They live in Switzerland. I met them originally when we celebrated them at Carnegie Hall, and I was emceeing this beautiful holiday concert for my good friend Tim Janis and so many others. And it was celebrating the life. 30 million albums sold, Sir James Galway. 30 million albums sold. He is prolific. You've seen him over the years on Johnny Carson and all the talk shows, and he's extraordinary. He's going to be here. That's going to be on the 18th, Friday the 18th, at a very special time. We're very excited. That's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern. And because they're in Switzerland, so that'll be, I think, 8 p.m. in Switzerland. And it's going to be Sir James Galway's birthday that weekend. So Lady Jean and I are putting together a very special episode celebrating his birthday, but also it's going to be a holiday-themed episode as well. This is big news, and this is really, really exciting. So look for that. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. And if you're on the YouTube channel, we would love it if you subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's a blessing as we grow that channel together. It really helps the channel. Darren Holden, who you know from Riverdance, and of course, the High Kings. And he's got a brilliant career as well. He's going to be with us, and so many others. There's so many incredible people that are going to be with us coming up. And again, if you want to know any of the folks that are going to be joining us here on the program, all you have to do is go to our Facebook page and click like. Love the Facebook page. Follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Here is that Facebook page. There it is there. You can see it on the screen, and feel free to give some love to that page. We would love it. It's Jim Masters TV. And a lot of you are there already, and we appreciate that. So like the Facebook page, love the YouTube channel, which we appreciate that as well. And if you have never visited our YouTube channel, that is there for your convenience. And we would love it if you love the YouTube channel as well. It's a cool place to be. And we're on that channel right now with this episode. And again, we thank all of you who have joined us on the YouTube channel. That's truly a blessing. And you can find also all of the episodes of our amazing series on the YouTube channel, The Jim Master Show Live. We have a couple of hundred episodes with amazing guests and so much more. There is the YouTube channel right there. Jim Masters TV is the YouTube channel. And you can see right there at the top of the screen is the show that we've just done and we're doing still with HOLLE THEE MAXWELL. So there is the YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, we would love it if you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. I know all these things we have to do these days to stay connected. It's interesting. The main thing as far as being connected is that you're there and we are here together every night. It's going to be really, really great. Bernadette says Sir James and his wife will be amazing. Yes, you can't wait for Jim's interview with Keith Harkin. Can't wait for Sir Jim. Yes, Sir James Galloway. Connor McGinty will be terrific. Keith is going to be a hoot. I know you love all of these different people coming on. But of course, the main thing is you and I. The show started initially with me bringing in the television equipment, building this home studio here, and sharing some love and light and inspiration with all of you. And then we started bringing on the guests. We got some holiday pop-up shows we're doing. We've got a couple of concerts that are happening as well. The one and only Paulette McWilliams is going to be with us on the 18th. We have, that's going to be an amazing day. We've got Sir James Galway and Lady Jean Galway live from Switzerland in the afternoon on Friday the 18th. And then Friday night, we have the incomparable jazz vocalist Paulette McWilliams. She's going to be back with me. We're going to do a special Christmas show. She's got songs already selected. She was a guest, if you may remember, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and she had such a wonderful time. She wanted to come back. So we said, let's do something holiday themed. So we've got some really cool Christmas and holiday themed shows that are coming up for you. Karen says, good night, Jim, and to all the Lovity family, you as well. We look forward to that. Karen says, Jim, you have the most interesting and fun guests. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And love it, love it, love it. Jennifer Barry in Allentown says, Jim, love your jacket and shirt. My favorite colors other than orange. Yes, we've got that nice dark green there as well. Marilyn says, thank you, Jim, for bringing such good shows to all us Lovities. The pleasure is all mine, Marilyn. You have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Jim. Good night and have a great night. You too as well, Kathleen Walker in New York City. Love having you with us here as one of our faithful daily Lovities. The upcoming shows all sound so exciting, Jim. Absolutely. It's a jam-packed December. This weekend, tomorrow, I'm doing 2 shows. I'm going to need a vacation because we've been doing this every night for 35 weeks. and I balance this with my professional work in television, radio too. So it's really amazing. Juanita in South Africa, I know it's late there. Thanks for participating. And you're one of our Lovities there. We love you as well. And you guys, as always, there's some traditional things we say here on the Jim Master Show Live. We say, relax, breathe from the diaphragm, love one another. But as HOLLE THEE said, so apropos, we say it all the time here on the show, don't forget to love yourself as much as you take care of and love others. You got to love you too. I had to learn that too. Remember that story when I told you I drove alone in Death Valley and I learned that when you're on a plane, you have to put the mask on you first, not the masks that we're wearing now. Way before that, the oxygen mask you have to put on your face first before you help others. I was always raised and always of the thought and thinking that, no, I'll put the oxygen on me after I make sure that he or she around me have it, and then I'll put the oxygen on me. In order to be able to put the oxygen on others, you have to have it on you first. It's not greedy. It's not selfish to do that. And now I understand. Although I have to tell you, when I am on a plane, which hasn't been in a while, maybe about a year, I was on a TV shoot, but not this year, obviously, we haven't been on a plane. When I do still hear the flight attendant say, okay, no, put the mask on you, I get it, I understand it, but about 5% of me still says, oh, I'm not supposed to. Okay, I will. So, because I always thought you put it, help others, help thy fellow man before you help yourself. And always help thy fellow man and woman and child, but You got to help yourself too. Help yourself. So don't forget to relax. If you may remember, if you look closely, it's an old-fashioned beach scene. We got this when we were on vacation with the family in Newport, Rhode Island. They have great jazz festivals there too. It's an old beach scene. It looks like the 20s or 30s. It's really cool, huh? Good stuff. So don't forget to remember to relax. And your cast of characters that you guys always ask for, George Burns is here. Yes. And Jeannie is here. One of the new Lovely viewers mentioned having some Jim Beam as he was watching this evening. Well, there's the I, Jimmy Jeannie bottle, and Jeannie says good night to you all. She enjoyed the show. And when we had Dreamer Denver is the lovely wife of Bob Denver, who played Gilligan on Gilligan's Island, and it was in Dobie Gillis. She was a great guest. She sent us Gilligan. Aloha, Jim, Dreamer Denver. So she was a great guest. She's a wonderful actress. She owns a radio station in West Virginia. And there's Gilligan. Gilligan says good night. And we just got a wonderful private message from Holly Lee Maxwell. She said she had a wonderful time. She wishes me and all of us another wonderful good night. Ah, boy, holiday time, huh? You've got the Santa Clauses. Did you see the Santa back there? Look at that. We dressed up our set even further and added that's a family heirloom. That's a really cool family heirloom there, that Santa Claus. So is that one over there. Bingo, that one. And there's a few more things that we're adding to the set as well. But Jimmy, your friend Jimmy, says good night as well. There you go. You got to put smiles in people's faces, right? Absolutely. Lin, maybe I'll get Lin here Saturday night. I know you guys have been asking for that. Big Panda Lin. So I still have the card from Ann Wozniak. So we have our dog. There you go. That was from lovely Ann Wozniak with the incredible chocolate covered pecans and everything. And there is our friend Silver. And Silver says good night to all of you as well. Believe it or not, all the characters are right here around me. You don't see them, but they're just below me here, and really, really cool. So we have access to them. All right, gang, this was terrific. And we had a good time, some riveting conversations, some eye-opening conversations, some inspiring conversation as well, and great music too. Good night, Karen. You too. We'll see you as well, Christine. You have a good night. Jimmy, you have to learn to relax. I have to read that sign too. I know. Good night. God be with you too. Stay safe as well. Bernadette. Good night, Jim and Lovedies. Another great show. Night, night all. You as well. So again, we're back 3 p.m. Eastern for an incredible show. Everybody is excited about this. It's a big show coming up, and they're going to perform live. They got all kinds of music set up for us with the incredibly popular Irish band Corner Boy. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. over in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Then tomorrow night, we're back with two-time Grammy-winning songwriter, musician, performer, entertainer, Dennis Scott. He's all excited. He has a ton of stuff for us. Can't wait. Roy Buckley is going to be with us. He's another amazing talent, very popular in Ireland and Europe. And he's going to perform amazing music for us live. He's got all kinds of songs lined up. So it's going to be a weekend of holiday merriment, holiday cheer, great conversations, levity, and so much more right here on the Jim Master Show Live. All right, Jim and Linlin melt me heart. Well, Linlin will be back this weekend. We'll try to get Linlin in somehow. I don't know where Linlin's going to fit with all of the festivities and decorations we have here, but we'll get Linlin in. Thank you very much, Kathleen. It was great having you with us as well. All right, gang, you be well. 3 hours on the nose. Holy cow. Whew. But fun, right? Really, really fun. You take care. You be well. Thanks for being with us. We love you all. And we'll be back 3 p.m. tomorrow with a really cool musical show, live concert special at holiday time with Corner Boy, live and direct from Ireland. 3 p.m. we're back tomorrow Eastern. 7 p.m. tomorrow we're back as well. Whew. That is double the pleasure just for all of you, doing all this work behind the scenes for all of you. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. That's a great way to show the Lovity back. We would love that. Love that and like that Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter. Instagram and Twitter, you can find me at Jim Masters TV as well. All right, guys, we love you. You take care. You have a good night. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We sure did. We'll see you tomorrow right here. Take care. Good night. And we also want to thank our fantastic friends at LMG, Lampkin Music Group, for all of their love and time and attention and support. We really love them. And thanks again, LMG, Lampkin Music Group. You folks are the very best. Don't forget as well, even though we played the music, don't forget to smile and share that smile. Don't forget to share the lovity. And don't forget to find your Zen place. Don't forget to find your Zen place. Mine is the ocean, also with loving family and friends, tennis, music, all of it, writing, my career as well in television, radio, and the stage. Love that. I've been doing that a long time. Here, there, and everywhere, television stations, networks, on location, wherever it may be. I love what I do, and I'm passionate about it. And again, the ocean is my Zen place as well. So we thank everybody once again, and we thank all of you for joining us on the Jim Masters Show. Absolutely. Absolutely. You are very, very welcome, Karen. Absolutely. Good stuff. We work hard doing these shows, and we've got so much more coming up. Tomorrow, again, Corner Boy live from Ireland. I spoke to them directly and invited them to the show, and they hopped on right away. It's a whole weekend of incredible guests that I'm finding directly, and then other folks find guests for us, and some of you have found folks coming our way. We've got so many more guests coming in, and I just wanted to show you this too. Let's see. Now, we actually have a waiting list, believe it or not. We are so packed with guests. We actually have a waiting list, which is kind of cool. It's an interesting position to be in. We try to get to people as quickly as we can. I know there's several people that we're responding to from all different backgrounds, all different genres, people that I'm getting on the show, people, friends, colleagues, a whole wealth of people are finding people to come on the show, but also a lot of the folks coming on the show are watching the show on YouTube at Jim Masters TV. And then they're really enjoying it. And they're saying, I want to come on the show and I want to come back. Everybody says, can I come back? Please invite me back. So that really touches my heart. That's truly a blessing. That's rare, a lot of times in this industry, but it means something. So if you have a suggestion, we're pretty much booked for December and almost just about booked for January. We're actually going into February. There might be some openings available here and there in January, possibly. Or if somebody is, there's something big that's happening that's really time sensitive, we might be able to possibly move a few things around. But that's how packed we are, not only with guests, but shows that I do as pop-up shows, as your host, and shows that I do just with you guys. We've got so much coming up. It's cool. But there is our email address for the show, and the gang and I will take a look at your suggestions. Feel free. Many of you have suggested some wonderful people. We're getting back to them, in the order of how they come in as best as we can. We have stacks of people who want to come on the show. And I think that's so beautiful, and keep them coming, folks. We thank everybody who's been spreading the word, sharing the levity, tagging, having watch parties. This show has no limits, and there's some really big things that I can't mention behind the scenes happening with the show. When I look at this, and I look around, a lot has happened in just 6 months, 7 months, but there's some really cool things happening, taking this show to levels that go beyond my expectations. And so there's our email address. If you have some ideas of guests, we'll try to reach out to them as quick as we can. Again, if we haven't reached out yet to anybody you suggested, don't worry about it. They're on the list. We will. It's just that we're so swamped right now with my professional work, but also all of us here are very busy responding to everybody that wants to pop on the show. So this December, the maneuvering has been extraordinary. I feel like we've been maneuvering a submarine in the ocean, trying to fit everybody in, trying to maneuver the time, and get, there's so many people that want to come on the show. We're doing 2 shows a day, a lot of the weekends in December. And actually a couple of the weekdays we're doing 2 shows to fit everybody in, because some of what they're doing is holiday oriented, and we want to keep you in that holiday spirit. So we're really working hard behind the scenes here to pull all of this off. We're not just doing a quick Facebook Live and just talking for 20 minutes and disappearing. We're really going at it here behind the scenes, and not giving in and giving up, and going forward with it all for the benefit of you and for all of us collectively. So again, jimmasterstv@gmail.com is the email address to reach the show. If you have, or if you just want to say hello, reach the show. If you have some ideas, suggestions for guests or anything else, if you have recipes, ooh, photos, whatever it may be, we may be able to squeeze them on. We try to, if it fits with the theme and whatever we're doing. We're during Christmas week and New Year's week, we're going to be doing some cool pop-up shows as well, and host chat shows, and food and gifts, and just a whole bunch of really beautiful things. As much as we're doing guests, we have some other cool on location as well, I believe. Keep your fingers crossed. We might be taking the show on location, not just where we're showing you video on location, but where we are physically with the show on location. We're hoping that happens. A lot of it has to do with travel and COVID and everything else that's going on. So keep your fingers crossed, because we are long overdue for another on location show. One of the very first shows we did, we were actually on location. We weren't even here. We were on location in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, at the Saybrook Point Marina and Spa. Do you remember that show? Does anybody remember that show? And it was really interesting. We were getting used to the technology, and at one point the screen was sideways, and we had to learn how to. It was like sideways, and it was unbelievable how that happened. But it was cool, and we pulled it off, and we were at the water, and it was really beautiful. So we're going to do some on location stuff too. But there's the suggestion box, as we call it. And you guys are still here. Food, LOL, and a couple of ideas for guests. Yes, a lot of you have been great. Fantastic. Good stuff. Yes, Colin Keegan, Janet. He was a guest on our show, and we did an epic show with Colin. As Mary Bishop says, he was on. If you want to see any of the past episodes of our incredible series, this entertainment lifestyle talk show series, where we don't just do music, and we don't just do conversation, and we don't just do chit chat, and we have everything, something for everybody. Every show is different. Every show is going to appeal to somebody different. And that's great. That's what it's all about. Just the way the talk shows have always been. Something for everybody, and whatever tickles your fancy. If you're looking to find where the episodes of our show are, right there. Janet, if you want to see Colin Keegan's interview, he also played live. I wouldn't say interview. These are conversations. He played live for us, live from his home in Ireland. It's on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. That's the YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. You can find Colin Keegan from Celtic Thunder and more. His episode with me here is there. All of the episodes of our series are on the Jim Masters TV channel there. So feel free to check it out. Just looking for that. There it is. YouTube.com/Jim Masters TV. You can see Ryan Kelly, Colin Keegan, Paul Byram, Phil Coulter, Neil Byrne, Damian McGinty. I've interviewed them all. And even before we launched this show, I interviewed all of them on public television. Chloe Agnew, Mairead Nesbitt, Amy Magoon, the incredible Irish flautist. That was a brilliant show. And so many others. We had Alison Arngrim the other night from Little House on the Prairie. She was Nellie Olson. Good stuff. A couple more comments, and then we will do our goodbye again. You were dancing. Thank you very much, Janet. You were dancing. Hey, you're still here. Awesome. I know. We could do all-nighters. Let's have a sleepover. You guys are amazing. So we're going to wrap it up again. We wanted to make sure we got all our thank yous in, and we thank all of you. And I think that's it. You know, we put the smile on your face, and we said all the levity and the Zen plays and everything else. So we're going to say our goodbye and our goodnight and see you later right now. And just for Jen is Zen, we're going to play our theme again because she loves it so much. She loves it so much. Wasn't Allison a hoot? Nellie Olson in the flesh. She was amazing. It was really a lot of fun. Again, check out our YouTube page, our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, and our Facebook page for more. This is your host, Jim Masters. Thanking you for your time. This time till next time. Once again, you got 2 see you laters for the price of 1 here. Not bad, huh? All right, Jen is Zen. Get ready to smile and laugh. Again, we'll be back with Corner Boy, 3 p.m. tomorrow Eastern. And they are that fabulous band from Ireland. They're going to perform live. And then tomorrow night, 2-time Grammy-winning songwriter, musician, performer. He's going to do some cool things live as well. And that's 7 p.m. Eastern. That's Dennis Scott. And Roy Buckley is here on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. Sleepover. You're in your PJs. All right, the Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra are queued up again. They're going to play the theme again now that we've got everybody's goodbyes in there. And we love you all. Thanks again for being with us. It's always a pleasure and a real treat. Now we rest. Now we're going to have some more of those pecans that the wonderful Ann Wozniak sent our way. We got some pecans coming, and maybe we'll have something a little bit different. We had that Trader Joe's lemonade. Maybe we'll have something a little more spicier. What do you think? Should I have something a little more spicier, folks? Should we go a little bit more higher level than just that lemonade? I don't know. I mean, some of these viewers were talking about all the things they were breaking out as they were watching the show. We work hard. I know we're going to love those pecans, that's for sure. Good night, gang. Time to say sayonara. Ciao, auf Wiedersehen. See you later. Bye-bye. And all the rest. Here you go, Jenna Zen. Here's our theme. Love you. Good night. See you tomorrow.